Testing 1, 2. Yeet.
Hey. Yeet.
Let me see if I can hear you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to see if Gresh can
You
hear me.
good?
Can you hear me, brother?
You good? We live. You good? You good, baby?
All right. Hey, DJ, say what's up to Gresh, man.
Yeah.
What up, man?
He said, what up, man?
What's good, bro? We're going to be catching up pretty soon, man.
You said what?
He said, what'd you say, bro?
I said we're going to be catching up pretty soon. I'm going to give him a call.
You know the number, brother. All you got to do is call.
He said, you know the number, brother. All you got to do is call. All right, brother, man. Well, we live. Let me go ahead and get the business and get to work. But I'll holler at you a little later, my brother.
All right, man. Y'all kill it.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Peace. All right, brother.
Showtime!
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Wrestling is fun. Woo!
Ooh, you sound distorted crazy. Is it your mic? Because you sound fine like 3 seconds ago. Like, it just sound like you said.
Man, I don't even know. I can't tell you, homie.
Unplug your microphone right quick and then plug it back in. It's just your microphone.
All right, give me 1 sec, brother. Could be the mic on these doggone headphones. Hold on. Testing.
Ooh. Yeah, you sound distorted like crazy. Let me make sure. Let me make sure it's not just my headphones, because it could be my headphones. But then you sounded good like 3 seconds ago, so that can't be the case. Nope. It's you. Bow, bow, bow.
Testing.
Yeah, you still sound crazy distorted.
That's cool. Well.
Oh yeah, he said, yeah, no, it's not just yours. Okay, bet. Yeah, you sound crazy distorted.
Well, fudge.
Do you have a
Let's see. Check. Nope.
No. Do you have a what you call it? You have your phone?
Check. Still
Wait, hold on.
distorted.
Do that again?
Check.
Nah. You sound good now.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna be operating from this headset on the headset for now.
Okay, it could be just something was clashing, probably.
It could have
We'll
been, brother.
At the same time, I'm definitely gonna get you another mic. So even if I got,
Well, no, it ain't the mic. I feel like it's the computer. It's probably just this computer, man. Like,
you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because ain't that the same computer that be giving you problems?
pretty much. This is just this old Mac that's been around for a good little minute now. Let me close some apps out too. Let me see if that's gonna help. Because I could also do
You
that.
like, I got too many apps open and too many. But yo, man, how you feeling before we hit the button?
Man, feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. How are you, my guy?
Man,
What it do?
this weekend of wrestling just got me. It kind of restored the mono a little bit.
Man, who you telling? The mono was strong.
Get it sexy. The fun thing is, this is my first time hearing that song today. I never heard it because I be in my own world,
brother.
I be in my own world, so I literally don't go out of my way to listen to a lot of people's music.
You ain't missing nothing, brother. I'm happy for the culture. I'm not a Sexyy Red fan, so I'm like, hey, believe you me, brother. Believe you me. You are not missing much, my guy.
Get it sexy. This ain't finna turn me into the biggest fan either, too. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, that's the one catchy song. Give me about a week, and then it's gonna be out my head. Probably not.
A week, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. That doggone $1 Million Baby been stuck in my head, though. I will say that. That freaking $1 Million Baby been stuck in my head all week. I ain't even gonna hold you. Dang. Ooh. Here this guy go.
Like this nigga here.
This guy.
Like, why are you doing this to me?
You know, when you get used to your bros, you get used to your bros. It's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah, almost forgot.
I don't know what she's saying, but I'm just gonna the beat and the harmony and the build up.
You good, brother? It don't even matter what she's saying. You good? It don't even matter, my guy. It don't even matter.
Yeah,
that's just a vibe.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm not finna do that with this guy. I'm not finna do this with you, brother. I'm not.
I guess I should press the button now, huh?
You know? Press the button.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH Unleashed.
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 72 of the show that does the most. And joining you as always, the purveyor of mischief, GRESH. And joining me as always is the man behind the Unleashed anthem himself, Mr. Highlight Real. What's good with your partner?
What up, doe? Coming live from the South, baby. You know what it is. What's up? Yeah. Not the. Okay. Never mind.
But yeah, we good, man. What's good with you? It's been an interesting weekend in the world of professional wrestling. You know, it's your boys. It's your main man, my right hand man. This is the table. You know how we do. We like to chop it up this week, and man, what an interesting weekend. We went from King and Queen in the ring, Double or Nothing, Raw, and NXT. Because if we remember the conversation you and I had, we was like, bro, we might have to tap out on NXT a little bit. And every time we say we're gonna tap out,
well,
it really goes back in, sort of.
I think it's safe to say this episode was in sex tea.
This was niggas extra.
Man, you got that right, brother. You got that right.
Nigga, extra. We definitely gonna get that, but we're gonna go in order. We're gonna at least try to go in order when we, as always, for those of you for our loyalists, our fam. Like at this point, if you still watching with us every Tuesday, you part of the family at this point. So man.
What's up,
Yep.
family?
What's up, family? See, a lot of people gonna want to talk about NXT, so it's like we definitely gonna get there because we got some thoughts on NXT. But man, what a week and what a time it is to chop it up with the fam as we talk about everything that's going on. So, hey man, did you miss anything this weekend? I know you semi-miss King and Queen of the Ring. So
No, I caught everything.
You caught it? Okay.
Yeah, I caught everything.
So what we're gonna do this week? We're gonna do what we did last week and pretty much do that. We're gonna pretty much highlight the highlights and not really give you full breakdowns.
I just realized I'm lying because I sure didn't watch Double or Nothing, but I saw enough of the clips to know what happened. So I ain't even gonna hold it.
I know. Nigga, you tell me you doing something this weekend? I mean Saturday.
No, it was. Yeah, I mean the whole weekend was kind of crazy, but King of the Ring was in a time where it was before the craziness. But Double or Nothing, because them ninjas always want to go late. I had shout out to the homie
didn't
Darren.
end it to like 12:30.
Yeah, sound about right. I ain't get home till about close to 1 or somewhere around that time. So by the time that show ended, that's when I got home. So it was like, caught the highlights the next morning. Then I saw the clips from on Twitter. And I said, all right, well, I done seen enough of what I need to see.
I guess we could talk about speed through it a little bit. They kicked off the kickoff with the women's tag team title match. It was Jade and Bianca defeating Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae.
Please give them a name or something. Give all these tag teams a name.
You talking about Jade and Bianca? Didn't they fan make what was it, the Stormest? This is why we don't let fans pick the names because some of them don't make a goddamn sense.
Not at all, bro. That is not it. Like we need, I don't know. We need something. You know what I mean? Like
the Stormist. What else do we? What other highlight we got? Yeah, this weekend was pretty much. It's like it was what it was. Oh, Nia Jax is the Queen of the Ring.
Shout out to that. I figured, we'll get into the predictions, but I kind of figured that's where they were gonna go. When you beat not 1, not 2, but 3 black women, the same 3 that they labeled the big 3, and the big 1 beat the big 3, it was like, well, sorry, Bird Girl, but that ain't happening. No way. And boy, did she get squashed.
Boy, when I saw that, I said, damn.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. She was looking good in the little suit, the little bodysuit had looking right. But I said, boy, you flat. You oh, that went.
Yeah.
Clean her off the canvas, baby.
Shout out to V, hang 'em high. He put the body crush, the Mortal Kombat crushing body.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, she died. Yeah.
Fatality.
Gunther is the King of the Ring. We'll definitely talk about the direction they're going when we speed through Raw. But I enjoyed that match he had with Randy. Like it was one thing about Randy is he's been old school when it comes to I feel like Randy has been more focused on slowing down and telling stories since he returned because every match he's had, especially throughout this tournament, has been like, okay, I got an injury on my knee. That's what we're going to focus. So, of course, it was controversial because his shoulder was literally
up, bro. Like literally.
So, Triple H is basically saying he's going to do a rematch on down the line. Do you think they could do that, run that back at Clash?
I don't know if it doesn't feel like they would because it's kind of like I listen to some folks say, like they've never really done that at all for a King of the Ring. Usually it's like the winner's the winner. And I mean, if they did run it back, it would literally be at like next year's King of the Ring, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. If they did decide to, I don't know, but you never know, bro. They could run it back sooner than we think. I thought the crown would be on the line, but they could just run the match back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think that's what Triple H basically was saying. What up, House? That's what Triple H was basically saying. He's definitely the king of the ring, so he's just gonna run it back so he can knock that asterisk off his. So I'm pretty sure if it was a botch, they'd handle it well because they could have just easily embraced his Vince-ism and make us and just act like it didn't happen. But he was like, "Yep, his shoulder was up. Maybe they'll run it back on down the line when Randy's healed up, and then we'll go from there." So,
True that. Hey,
let's see what else. Oh yeah, it is. She is no longer the step mommy. She is the mommy that stepped up. Liv Morgan is your new women's world champion, thanks to Dominik Mysterio.
Supposedly.
So.
Allegedly, you know. Hey, good for her, man. It's working. A lot of people are a fan of this master manipulator vibe she's got going on.
You can tell
right
she's
now.
having fun being this version of it. Like we was there for when she won the SmackDown Women's Championship. We was there pretty much during that match at SummerSlam against Ronda, where it was bad. Like there's no other way to put it. It was bad.
Yeah.
So to see her pretty much entering this new phase, like with the character, like it's interesting because we are at that point now where Liv Morgan, she injured Rhea. She made her vacate the title. She took the title off of Becky, and then when we speak to Raw, do you want to talk about? Let's talk about what happened on Raw. We might as well.
Let's do it, brother.
Dominik got the smooches because it all ties together. Like Dominik got the smooches from Olivia Morgan. Like Rhea about to kill this man. He is a dead man kissing.
In the words of the Kermit the Frog meme, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He know what's up. Damien know what's up. Damien shows like
he like
wouldn't want to be you.
He's like nigga. He like nigga. What are you doing?
Yeah, bro. Like it was like he said, I wouldn't want to be you. You know, sucks to be you right now. And it's like, yeah, but does it? Does it really? You know. In actuality, this ninja really winning right now. But you know, it don't make him look good character-wise. That's for sure.
Dom, the new Dolph Ziggler with the ladies. He here to show the world. You already know.
Man,
he forced himself on that man. Yeah, he didn't consent, but he necessarily didn't push away either. So let's talk about that.
Despite having one arm, but you know, who's to say?
If you don't want it, you gonna push away. Trust me. He looking mad now, but then again, he felt the same way about Rhea. Remember that?
Fair point.
He felt the same way about Rhea. Then when she wrapped her legs around his neck, she choked him into submission.
She lip locked him into submission. That's what you're saying. She suffocated.
Yeah, she lip locked him into submission, and just like Rhea leg locked him into submission. Dom is a submissive motherfucker. I noticed that. That's what I've noticed. I understand it though. I understand.
You know,
that bro about to make his Batista entrance, pulling Liv and Rhea.
Shout out to Selena Vega with that meme. Like, yep, me and Rey Mysterio over here looking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, well, yeah. Joke's on Dom right now, brother.
But yeah, I sped through King of the Ring mainly because it's like it was a solid show. Like it wasn't. Cody retained the title over Logan Paul. It was a solid show, but it was solid. So, you want to talk about Double or Nothing now?
Sure. Lead the way, brother. Let's get into it.
Double or Nothing, man. Man. It was long. I admit, but it had a lot of highlights for me. I enjoyed it. No pun intended to your name. What match did you think stood out this week? Did you catch Double or Nothing? this week?
No, like literally, all I know is clips from that show. I just know, like, I mean, I listened to reviews on it, so like I listened to people's thoughts on the show. But like I said, it was such a crazy weekend for me. I did not really even get a chance to watch. So I'll go back and watch the show. But as far as moments, like we'll get into it. But in terms of the pre-show, now the pre-show matches I caught. I did get to catch those.
Yeah, let's talk about those two. Since those the first two matches.
For sure.
Deanna versus Thunder. Are you a fan of the story that they're telling with Deanna? Because from when I look at the package, it's basically Deanna is upset with Thunder for basically not winning the women's world title because she made this promise that when I win the title, you get a first shot, and you failed. So now I got a problem with you, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering because babyface Deanna really ain't it. It never has been, and it never will be. She's always better as a heel persona. So it made sense for this to be the way to turn her that way. Controversial way to win. You know, we had a lot of that going around. I see, and I was just like, all right, well, it continues the feud, but you know, hey, they I'm excited to see their feud continue on. You know, and see what they do for the ladies. This is a nice underhanded feud that doesn't need the title right now.
That makes sense. What about the trios match that they had? It was the Acclaim versus who the fuck did they say? Cage of Agony.
Yeah,
whatever their name is.
I didn't care. I really didn't. But I thought, you know, it was cool for what it was. You know, it exactly was what it was, a pre-show match. It was exactly that. That was definitely one where you say, yeah, that was a pre-show match for sure. Not more than less. I mean,
I feel like the wrong team won.
Yeah, you can make a case for that. You can. Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all still care about the Acclaim these days? Do y'all still like the Acclaim? I don't know.
The highlight of that match was the entrance where I guess it turned out a up and coming wrestler gave Anthony Bowens a letter when he said "scissor me." She literally just put a decorated letter in his hand. He was like, "What?" And that popped the entire internet. So,
all right, cool. You know, we'll rock with it.
Anyway, the main show, we start off with Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong in a exhilarating match for the International Championship. Or is it
International? Yeah.
International Championship. Crazy
yeah.
match.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I mean, two true professional wrestlers here. You definitely didn't expect any less. One thing we know about AEWs is that they are strong with their professional wrestling. So, like, when you got a guy like Roddy, who's basically was always knocked on more his personality more so than his actual in-ring ability. Ospreay is Ospreay. We know what Ospreay's been doing for years. Put the two together.
Ospreay.
You heard it. Say it for the people. You know what I'm saying? When you hear that, you know, Ozzy, oi, you know, all that good stuff. I mean, hey, it was what it was supposed to be, and the outcome was exactly what it was supposed to be. Because, spoiler alert, y'all, who thought Will Ospreay was losing anytime soon? Like, him and Cody Rhodes are probably the two most predictable wrestlers right about now when it comes to their matches. You're just like, well, I know it's going to be a banger, but I don't expect this man to lose right now.
It would have been shocking if they had that man lose.
It would have been. I ain't gonna hold you. It would have been. And I thought they were going that route when I saw the shenanigans for a second, you know. And Wardlow once again proves himself to be completely useless.
Bro, he took too long. Like, that man hit the taunt button in the middle of a powerbomb. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Just go to WWE already, bro. Because you
don't even go to WWE. Go to MLW, man. Just
well, hell, go to TNA then.
Leave me alone. I'm tired of you.
go somewhere that ain't there, brother. You need it.
Leave me alone. At this point, leave me alone. I'm tired. I done gave up on this man.
Yeah. Poor guy. Hey, that's a good comparison, bro. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. He got the hype like him, so that makes sense. That's actually more fitting if Luka finishes the job and wins this championship in 4 more games. Then we'll revisit that conversation. He got to win the chip first, because Ospreay just won a chip, so
After that match, our boy or your boy or whoever boy is back. MJF.
Oh yeah, no, he ain't my boy, but
I said that's why I said whoever boy. Yeah, MJF is back, looking as dirty as ever.
MJH,
we came back looking like he was dressed as Triple H in 2002, free quad. But I was like, bro, you ain't roared enough, because Triple H, when he came back, he was
yeah. Let me remind you just who the hell I am. Yeah, I was like, oh, all right.
That man was cutting it. And the promo was just typical MJF promo. It's like it got you hyped, it got you in the moment, it made you feel the mana. But it's like you can tell, but he immediately attacked Adam Cole, because Adam Cole came out pretty much cutting the promo, and they basically, in a way, shit on the Devil storyline.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see. I saw that and listened to it in terms of when certain content creators reviewed it. Clearly, they know, just the way we know. We have been tired of the storyline. We are tired of the storyline, and it's like, hey, let that go. You know what I'm saying? So that probably was about as much as a write-off as we gonna get on that. Thank God. Go to the next thing. And
because ain't no telling how long Adam Cole's gonna be out, and they like, we're not finna prolong this, just kill it.
So let me get this straight. He's basically not cleared, but he can still take physical contact right now.
He's cleared to take a head bump, but he can't wrestle. Like, he can't run the ropes.
That is very interesting.
Okay. But then again, we can't say nothing about the clear situation when Darby is out there in Anarchy in the arena with a broken foot and a broken nose. So
yeah, we'll get to that later. But
so okay, who knows? Like, if we see him in the future, he's cleared. If not, then
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then tell me this real quick, bro, before we move on with that. Where or who do you see MJF attacking next? Like, who's he targeting the feud with then, if that's done with Adam Cole?
He's definitely going after that world title, or working to get that world title, even though Swerve in the meeting scrum basically said you got to work for it to get a title shot. Just like I did.
We know he will. But you got to still be champion by that time, buddy. That's the problem.
Or he can go after Warlock. Do we want to see him in Wardlow again?
Oh, heck no. I heard somebody bring that up, and they were like, please keep that dead. Just leave that in the past. After what we saw, nah, man. Leave that in the past. It's over. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to figure that one out. We'll see.
Let's see what other match I want to talk about, because I don't want to go through every match, because it's like, yeah, whatever. John Moxley versus Takeshita.
Okay, yeah,
was a solid match, even though it's like you can tell that Eliminator, because it was an Eliminator match, you could tell that was completely political.
Oh yeah, it gives the vibes of, from what I heard about it, it gives the vibes that it felt that way. Because when I think I was just guessing that time when we did our predictions, I was just kind of like, I don't know where to go with this one. It could go either way, I guess, but give me Moxley because he's champion. But yeah, has anyone ever won these stupid Eliminator matches anyway?
Nope. So that pretty much kind of told you that he was.
Yeah. What's the point of this stupid Eliminator thing if nobody ever wins from the opposite side? It's really no point. So stop doing it.
Because and I understand the argument. It was like, if he was just going to win anyway, you could have just put the title on the line.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. Why you wanted to put another company's title on the line anyway? Ring of Honor don't count.
But, I mean, they're gonna do it at Forbidden Door.
Under them.
I mean, they're gonna do it at Forbidden Door.
Yeah. But see, they're supposed to, because that's a cross thing. But this ain't Forbidden Door. This is an AEW thing. So
But then
why
you can't really use that excuse because he defended the title on Dynamite.
Oh well. Well, then that's their downfall. I don't know what to tell you on that.
I just thought
can't
about that. I was
defend
like, wait a minute, he just defended the title on Dynamite against Hobbs. So
Well,
it was
then
like,
yeah. New Japan just desperate. Then I guess I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere where it was like it's probably political because he's a DDT Pro guy. You know, New Japan don't really vibe with DDT Pro, so that could be a reason. I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's hard to explain, but the match itself was like Takeshita can punch you and make me believe that he literally hates you.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, you talk about a guy who people tried to clown at first. You know, when he first arrived, and you've seen all the bangers he's put on. You're just like, all right, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like he legit is a hard hitter right now. Pause. But yeah. Oh man, love it.
The next match we had was I'm just pretty much pulling up pictures and pretty much going through as I see them. OC versus Trent. That was a solid match. The story the outcome confused me a little bit because Orange Cassidy beat Trent. Dead smack in the middle of the ring. He came out to his other theme. It wasn't the Jane song. What was it? Whisper, Wander in my.
I know what you're talking about, but I never knew the name of it. But yeah,
it's not. It's escaping me at this moment. But this was the next match. I actually enjoyed this. I was surprised with the outcome because I thought, okay, OC won the first match, and then Trent. It has to win it. Like, if it was 50-50 booking, I wouldn't have bat my eye for this one, but it wasn't 50-50. Trent can't beat Orange Cassidy. So and he walked away after the match. So I'm pretty sure they're probably going to continue this. Do you think they're going to find a way to continue this to kind of like make him be desperate to beat Orange Cassidy no matter what?
I think so because the
where's my mind?
The outpour.
That's the name of it. That's the name of it.
Where's my mind? Okay, appreciate that, bro. The thing about that is when you hear it or when you see what's going on here, like some of the outcry, if you will, is like, oh, well, Orange Cassidy didn't need the win. Hence why I picked him, because of the fact that it's Orange Cassidy and they love them some Orange Cassidy. And I'm like, it's Trent. So, but hey, I gotta admit, his character, or I guess this persona that he's portraying as this heel version, desperately does need a win because of the fact that clearly he's trying to elevate with this version. So hopefully he finally overcomes that little hump and can move on to something bigger and better, I guess.
Yeah, I understand that because that's what I was like. That's interesting. They had Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb for the Women's World Title, and I had this conversation on Ruthless Lala's show. Oh shit, here we go again. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cheap plug. I had this conversation. I was like, what is it that Serena Deeb is missing? Because I'm watching this match and I'm rooting for Toni Storm, but then I get online and someone said it's jarring that Toni is the heel in this match and nobody is popping for Serena, like, at all.
You know, I thought personally leading up to, I thought they just double turned, like not even during the match, but that last meeting they had leading up to this. I think it was Collision, I want to say, where when Serena Deeb locked her into that into her submission finisher with the steel chair and didn't let up, that came off real baby face-ish to me on Toni Storm's part, where I'm like, did they just flip the switch? Like, is Toni Storm?
Well, somebody didn't get the memo, being me.
Hey, I mean, again, I'm just guessing because I mean, if they didn't officially turn a babyface, this is perfectly the time to do so. Because right now you got a Roman Reigns situation where if that's your heel, and show getting babyface type reactions. So he might as well. But then again, Swerve went through the same thing where he was a heel, but then he was starting to get babyface reactions mainly because of Nana. But still, you see how that eventually happened. So MJF, same case. Heel was starting to get babyface reactions. Sometimes I see why those old school wrestlers kind of hate fans of today. Like I see why, because when you're trying to make somebody a heel, but they want to cheer that bad guy, now you're forcing booking and management to be like, dang, we need to switch it and make that heel the babyface. And then the fans want to turn on them eventually when they are a babyface and go for the person that's the heel. So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's yeah. Hopefully, it's a good problem to have, but it's a problem of like, yo, what do we do from here?
Hmm.
Because somebody got to take that title off Tony eventually, and whoever does is gonna be one hell of a heel.
Shit, the delusion in me was hoping that Jamie Hayter will return.
Me too. It was either that or Britt Baker, but clearly neither one of them showed up. So I guess we to be continued.
To be continued, really.
That's
But the
all.
match itself was fine. Like Serenity, because I came to this conclusion with Lala on her show. I was
Mhm.
like, is she pretty much this generation's Dean Malenko to where the crowd just don't know how to react to her? Because if you look back at Dean Malenko's time in the WWF, I'm not talking about WCW. Like that, I didn't watch WCW growing up. I pretty much didn't watch it until the network became a thing. But if you look at WWF Dean Malenko, they barely reacted to him until he became a stalker of Lita.
From what I could tell with WCW, to be fair, I was very on and off with WCW, but from what I remember of that too, it was the same. It wasn't no different.
Oh, it wasn't.
He was just WCW just appreciated him more on the wrestling tip because he put on classics with like the Rey Mysterios and the Chris Jericho's and so many other people's and stuff like that in that cruiserweight division. But nah, it's you could argue that for any pure wrestler. You know what I mean? That's why again we love our what people? We love our characters, our sports entertainment. Try to knock it if you want to. Player,
Oh, I
player.
ignore them niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Knock it if you want to, but guess what? That charisma, that characteristic, baby, that's what sells.
And it's like I love the argument where they were like, you can also tell stories without the cheesy gimmicks. You mean in ring wise? Yes, you can.
Mhm.
Some people suck at that too. I hate to tell you.
Mhm.
It is what
You're
it
right.
is.
That you are right, my brother. That you
So,
are right.
it's like I can appreciate Serena Deeb as a technical wrestler, but it's like she's, and I hate to say it like this, but she's in the Natalia boat for me. Like I just can't pop for anything they do. But they are great in ring.
Nothing wrong with that. Really a lot of times with those in-ring generals, it's amazing, the Bryan Danielsons, the Daniel Garcias. There's so many different ones that manage to break out of that where they are professional wrestlers, but they get over enough where the fans do get behind them. And then there's those ones that are really good at what they do, and like you said, they just don't move. Lance Storm, perfect example, bro. He's another one. He was a good one. Great
True.
wrestler. I was listening to Jack Farmer the other day saying how he had the greatest finishing move ever, and you're right because I forgot about that finishing move. To be able to roll into a submission Boston single leg crab, bro, the way he would do that was so perfect. And it's like, yo, Lance Storm was the truth.
It's just like character wise, you just could not, because I could still look at his, like one match I can immediately go back to where I enjoyed it from start to finish was him versus Chris Jericho at One Night Stand 2005.
Oh yeah. When they ran that, that was a
When
good
they
one.
ran that back. That's what I'm saying. It's like I can, in ring matches, I can run back and be like, yo, this was a great match.
Yeah,
but
bro.
If you want to something that entertained me to where I can literally just talk about to this day, I got nothing. And it's no disrespect. It's just like, just not popping me.
Yeah, and it's okay. Like you said, I mean, the beauty of wrestlers like that is that eventually they just go on to be really good trainers, and sometimes from that, you produce really good talent from your ability to wrestle. Like, you teach the ones that have the height, the look, the charisma, or whatever you want to have in your future guy and or girl face of wrestling. That wrestler's wrestler, when they're a trainer, they're the ones that can coach them on how to do a proper headlock, how to do a proper takedown, all these things that add to who they are. So it's cool.
Bad. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do now with the women's world title, trios title. Let's talk about that right quick.
Yeah.
It was the Bang Bang Gang versus Death Triangle. Incredible match. I enjoyed it. In-ring wise, they all flying all over the place. It was a battle of the pirates for me. Pac versus Jay White. Because they both sound like pirates to me. I can't explain it.
Okay.
And we got the return of Juice Robinson. Rock hard. Pause.
I heard. Yes, I did see that. I was wondering when he was going to come back. I was happy to see that.
I think it was
he
a
made
back surgery. He was out for 6 months.
Sheesh. Oh,
So,
man.
it was a minor, not a major back surgery that took him out for a year. It took him out for at least 6 months.
So not like a Randy Orton level
No.
type back. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of like a Wesley situation. Remember?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's about what.
Because it didn't take him out for a year. It took him out pretty much a couple of months, 6 months, give or take.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I popped for his return. The crowd did too. So I enjoyed it for what it was. Obviously, the Bang Bang Gang returned the title, and I don't know why, but I like Jay White with the other ones because they're so over the top and he's so calm with it. Like they be so like if you look at their backstage promo, they're always yelling, and Jay White is like, "Guns up, guns down."
That is true.
So
he's a cool fellow.
So I can appreciate that. Let's see what else we got. We got that. FTW stuff. Christopher Jericho.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
You say, fuck.
You know why I said that, because of what I saw. Yeah. I ain't even have to see the match, but when I saw what I saw with that bull crap, I said, "Are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
This is what we're doing with him?"
Oh, Brian Key? I bought Brian Key.
Like, we're really gonna do this to him?
Listen, my initial reaction was you're putting him with Chris Jericho, but I listened back to what Excalibur said, and he was like, he's collecting the bounty. So they could go one of two ways. They can go the way that me and you don't personally want to see, and that's him falling under the learning tree, or they can literally just have him being this heel that just wants to collect bounties.
And you know what?
The bounty hunter does not scream babyface.
It doesn't. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad at that. But you know what's funny? It's funny you say it doesn't scream babyface. However, there are bounty hunters that give a babyface vibe with an edge because of you find out their motive of why they do what they do. And if this goes in the way that we hope it goes, eventually it can be a motive thing where family, or it could be who knows, you know what I'm saying? Bounty hunters usually have some kind of motive behind what they do. And most times it's the money, obviously, but there's usually a deeper motive even behind the money. And so I'm intrigued for that part based off what you said, but it better not be him being a part of this doggone learning tree. I know that much. It better not be. Don't you? Christian, Christopher, Jericho, whatever. You bet not. Don't you do this brother's career like this. Don't you dare. Tony Khan, you better get that right. Don't you do it. Listen, don't you do it. Make this man a bounty hunter and nothing more, nothing less. Make him great, make him epic, and that is that. Enough said. That's my case.
I want to have faith so bad.
Look, bro. Look, listen.
But anything with Chris Jericho, I do not trust.
Man. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Please don't. Please let it be exactly what we thought it was and let that be that. Hey, bro, you know how we do, man. We got to get something funny to talk about, man. Hey, y'all know, y'all feel our pain with this man, okay? Enough is enough.
Enough.
Go home. Okay? We don't care. We didn't care 2 stables ago. We don't care now. Go home.
Enough. Go home. Be a family man. Be a husband. Leave us alone.
Please.
You look like melted ice cream. Stop showing up and taking your shirt off. God damn it.
Whole bunch of Mrs. Butterworth on you, brother. That just don't work for you at all. Goodness gracious.
We can't miss you. Like Trisha said, we can't miss you if you don't leave.
Thank you.
Yeah, damn it.
Exactly. And you know, somebody brought that up. I forgot what podcast that was I listened to one day, but they made a good point when they said that, and I was like, you're right. I think it was Jobber Tears. I want to say it was Jobber Tears. It was probably my boy Mr. Black off Jobber Tears. And he mentioned the fact, you know why we missed this man when he was in WWE? Because he took long time periods off. He was on his little Fozzy schedule or doing whatever the heck else he wanted to do. He took time off, reinvented himself, and then all of a sudden he popped right back up when we least expected to a big old pop, new character that we all cared about. Now, your butt just can't stay away.
But then again, if you look at the numbers, I don't care about the ratings, but some people saying he's popping a rating with these numbers. I mean, with this character.
What? Where?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I saw like 2 weeks in a row. They said this man is the highest rated. The numbers are still low. Like they're not hitting 1 million, but it's like that's one of the highest rated. So it feels it's coming off as he's hated online.
That is a very interesting.
It's an interesting fact. I don't know. Like it could be just people watching because they're confused. It could be watching because they're making fun of him. I don't know,
or they're watching just because of the name value. He's Jericho.
Yeah. He's Jericho. Like it is what it is. Speaking of name value, the next match we're going to talk about is the barbed wire steel cage match.
Yes, the sinisterness of this entire match. Boy, talk about how quickly blood can shed in a match. That had to be a record, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you know John Moxley mad because he used to do that in like 3 seconds. He used to show up bleeding just like Sandman back in the day.
Yeah, bro. It was like, wow, okay.
The match itself was fine. Like I enjoyed the match. Like they had it was a brutal match. It kind of it was definitely better than JBL versus Big Show in 2004. I believe that's the last time I remember a barbed wire steel cage match. I could be wrong because I watched so much wrestling.
Yeah, I have to research that too, man. I've been looking at a lot of those story ofs. So yeah, barbed wire steel cage.
That's the last one. It's definitely better than that one. However, unfortunately, and this is the part where I popped. We got Gangrel back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was intoxicated, so I was popping for everything. I was enjoying a wrestling fan. Like I was enjoying wrestling like I was a black wrestling fan from the South. So I was popping for everything. And the mono ran through my veins. But unfortunately, our boy Cope, he's injured.
Yes, he is. As he reported as of earlier today. Yeah, man. He is. Not to say we're surprised. I mean, I saw the spot.
Tibia. You saw the spot?
Yeah, I saw the spot. And when I saw the spot, I said, oh, he definitely hurt. 1, age. 2, You're that high up. You didn't really fully you hit the table, but you didn't fully hit the table. Your feet more hit planted straight down more than you went through the table. And I was like, Cope, what were you exactly thinking when you did this? Like, you weren't thinking body splash or elbow drop or
Like I
something.
saw
Like,
some replies where some people were saying he tried to do a splash and the table was too close, so his body improvised. But I'm like, hey, the way that looked, you wouldn't hit no splash either.
yeah, and I really hope this doesn't force him to retire because I know he wants to go out on his own terms. But hopefully, a move like that, spot like that, doesn't cause him to permanently retire. I mean, look at what we just said.
Because that's my thing too. It's like this type of injury requires surgery.
Mm-hmm.
If he was a younger guy, it would be 3 to 6 months.
Right.
This brother's 50.
And
his body has aged.
And we're talking about a man that also tore his Achilles at one point in time.
Oh yeah, wasn't he out longer when he tore his Achilles?
Yeah, and he pulled a John Cena where he did that fast recovery situation where he came back in time for Royal Rumble.
He was injured in July and came back by January, so it was about the same time frame.
Yeah,
about 3 to 6 months.
Right, and so when you think about that, remember how a lot of people usually ain't the same after an Achilles injury. He's been wrestling that long. Granted, he did have the time off, so I guess you could discount that from the time he had to retire, right? So that kind of helps his body a little bit, but when you still factor in the fact that you once had a torn Achilles, because an Achilles injury is never the same once you tear it, no matter how much you heal from it.
Mm.
To do that from that high on top of an Achilles injury history that you've had in the past, now you just broke that. You can't tell me he's going. I mean, hey man, if anybody
the way modern surgery is nowadays, he might be back quicker, but at the same time, you never know, and it sucks because it's like I said at the top, like I wasn't like moved by Adam Copeland in AEW. It was I accepted like he wanted to go out on his own terms. He wanted to retire with his best friend. I was like, cool, I'm here for the vibe. Like nothing he did made me like, oh my God, this get off my TV.
Yeah.
It was more so like I was enjoying the ride. I popped to Metalingus all the time. Like I pop for Gangrel. Like it's fun. Nostalgia is fun when done right. So for this to happen this abrupt and over a spot that I stand by it. Like I said, I put it on a tweet that spot did not need to happen
at all. Yeah, I saw it, and I think that's how I even saw that clip from when you said that, and I looked at it and I was just like, I totally agree with you, brother. That you did not need to do that. Like, I understand it. You're having the time of your life. You wanted to give the people something to remember. And you're right. Kobe wasn't but not even just Kobe. A lot of people,
a lot of athletes.
Klay Thompson wasn't the same from his Achilles injury, or not. Klay did tear his Achilles. He tore his ACL and his Achilles, but also Kevin Durant, low key. It's a lot of people that Achilles is different. So when you tear that, you only get one, well, two in the case of both legs. But once it's torn, yeah, you heal it, but you ain't never gonna be the same that you were before you tore it. So it's like you gotta be careful, especially again when you in that age range he in. It's even worse, man. So all I can say is I hope it's not an Adam Cole situation then where, like you said earlier about like, oh, well, he's semi-cleared, but he's not really cleared to run the ropes, and we don't even know if the man's ever going to really, truly be healthy again, and all he did was jump off a ramp. You know what I'm saying? You jumped off a
tape. And I still look at that. I was like, damn, that did not need to happen. Exactly. I say that a lot. I feel like I'm saying that a lot with wrestling nowadays.
Yeah.
Did that really need to happen?
No, I think it's just adrenaline rush or something, bro. Like,
and it's like I can't say nothing because I've done that before. Yeah. Like people think, because when I say I'm a trained dancer, they be thinking I'm like, yeah, I've had that injury before. Like it was really one point where adrenaline hit me so hard where I did a back body drop, and instead of going down gracefully, I did a full bah and practically knocked myself out. Like it was a whiplash. And I was not good for at least a month. Like I was like, I would walk, but because it's like you don't know that adrenaline kicks in, you be like, I'm invincible. Then you realize your age, you like, motherfucker, you are not invincible.
Yeah.
You remember that. So it's like that's why I have nothing bad to say about this. It's unfortunate that it happened. He was in good spirits when I watched the video. He was making jokes. Yeah. So it's like, and that's Adam Copeland. Like that's just how he is. He's not gonna be negative about it or bummed out. He's like,
nor should he. I mean, what he's accomplished everything he could ever want or need to accomplish at this point. Like we just said, it's all just him having the time of his life. So if this were, knock on wood, like the end, by bodily science, if you will, then he's gonna be cool. He's got a family. He's living life. He's got so many other ventures. The only regret he may have is just I didn't get to truly retire the way I wanted with my brother. That's about it. But if this is the end, he's cool. But we'll see. Hopefully he gets back cool. And looking forward to his next opponent, I guess, when that time comes. Now, the TNT title is interesting here, though, because with this news, it makes us wonder what's going to happen there. Is he going to have to relinquish it? Are they going to hold it on?
I hope they don't do the interim thing. Just
bro, I forgot about that, and AEW show loves to do that.
I would say just relinquish it. Do it if Tony loves his tournaments. Hell, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I this may just be throwing it all out there. If they got the Owen Hart Cup coming up, and they said the winner of that match is going to face the world champion at All In. Hell, throw the TNT title in that tournament. Have them just make it, just do like, because I don't want them to have a tournament on top of a tournament. You see what I'm saying?
That's fair. Unless you go to Battle Royal route, maybe that could work.
It could work. I mean, and put it. Who would you like to see it on? Like after this night, I wouldn't mind a Daniel Garcia, a Roosh. Scapegoat.
Damn, I forgot about Roosh. Oh my god, Scapegoat's a good one because, I mean, he's the only one out that group without gold, and knowing them, they're probably gonna do the whole stable with the gold thing. So he's a good candidate for sure. I can see that. Hell, I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't mind Christian getting it back. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind Christian getting it back. I ain't gonna lie. Christian's just that good with it. He can play into it. Dang, I'm trying to think of who else fits the maybe a Scorpio Sky since he's returning.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's still there. He's returned. He's planning to make a return. Yeah. From what I've heard, he's planning on making a return. So that could work.
Okay.
Gresh is not impressed. It's like Scorpio Sky. Anybody from that first couple of eras, you're just like, yep, nope, he's still there.
Nah, because I think I saw a picture where Sammy Guevara posted a picture with him with the title. I said, absolutely the fuck not. No. We're not doing that again. The only thing memorable about your title reigns was your match with Cody in that ladder match. That's it.
Fair. Very fair. Very fair. Yeah, he don't need it. I mean, I don't mind Hook with it, but he's tied up in the stuff with Jericho. So it's kind of like,
damn, who else is there?
For their mid card. Dang, bro. Chat, what y'all think? Y'all got any suggestions? Anybody y'all see with TNT title? If
I'm seeing Malachi Black deserves it. I'm seeing, oh god, Scorpio Sky. Sammy Guevara. Sammy is Mr. Mid Card.
So y'all really, really want Sammy to win this thing back, huh?
No, y'all better apologize to me. But then it's like we'll see what they do with that. But we're gonna wish the Cope man a healthy recovery. Like I know some people like speedy recovery, but healthy recovery because you don't want to speed it up. None of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, on a part of the first match of the triple main event was for the TBS Women's Championship. Mercedes Moné finally made her in-ring return in AEW against Willow Nightingale. Did you peep this match at all? Like, or you just did the highlights?
Again, just from highlights of what I saw, like I saw literally none of these matches. I just saw either clips, moments, some of the big moments, and screenshots, kind of like what you're showing here. But word on, so far, some people don't think Mercedes delivered, but that's just from some of the content that I heard. Now, I haven't seen much about the internet and what they thought, but I don't know. I'd be interested to see what your thoughts on Mercedes is, since this is more the big thing is with her, because the way they've booked her to this point with the whole she can't talk and it's turning people off, but now her actually wrestling and doing what she does best. Were you impressed? Did you think it lived up for her first time back, or what?
For it to be her return match, it lived up to being like, okay, you can tell she still got it in certain areas. As far as like anything memorable, it was actually pretty good. Was it like the greatest match of the match of the night for me? No. It was more so because I was, and I hate to say it like this, I think it was more so because I was ready for this match to happen. Like I was like, let's get this match over with. And I hate feeling that way because when I say let's get this match over with, I kind of check out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like, okay, when the bell rung, she got a full entrance, extravagant entrance. Made the drum. It was a drum band. It was pretty much a whole band there.
Yep, I did see that.
Yeah, and then when the bell rung, I was like, okay, she got it. She still got it. This is
Great
a
way
match.
to kind of semi-jack Bianca Belair a little bit there, Mercedes.
The only difference with that is the Bianca Belair had black band members and they actually got the beat.
True. That is true. That is true. That is true.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO.
Oh my god.
One band, one sound.
They need more than one sound in their case. But that being said though, brother, I will say classic movie, you feel me? But
obviously Mercedes won the title.
For sure. Obviously I was wrong on that, but I purposely picked against her just because I was thinking that maybe what we eventually got after the match, I thought would have happened in a rematch situation where then she would have won the title in spite of that. But I see they went a different route.
It was half and half though. Like if you go from a presentation point, it was half and half. She was booed for the most part because people love Willow. And
that's what they want though,
And honestly, I have to give my flowers to Willow because it's like Mercedes, you can tell she still got it. She's still one of the best in the business. Like I will never take that away. But I was more so rooting, even though I picked Mercedes, I was rooting for Willow.
Okay.
And she delivered. And she delivered more. I feel like I enjoyed her a lot more than Mercedes. And I don't know if that was by design. Listen, I'm a fan. I'm telling you how I feel, how I felt. I was, of course, I was intoxicated, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm rooting for Willow.
Well, I say that's a good thing in a lot of ways, which I'm sure you would agree, because from what I was listening to with some of the people who reviewed and gave their thoughts, Jimmy Corderas, legendary WWE referee, was like, this really, in the case of Mercedes, she's a star maker. One thing out of the four horsewomen, one thing she's good at doing is making stars out of the other individual. Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Bailey, if you want to say, at NXT. You know what I'm saying? That infamous Brooklyn match that everybody still talks about. Now you can argue that one with Bailey because it just depends on how you viewed Bailey back then, but you can argue that. But Willow, she's the babyface that we want. I mean, for all we know, since Tony Storm technically is a heel, if they keep her that way and they keep booking her that way, well, then you got your babyface to take that title off of her right there.
Well, they got to get through this feud with Chris Stack.
Yes, let's talk about that one, sir.
Who was looking good.
Of course, always, every day.
Every
But
day.
let me. This is why I asked about how your thoughts on that match was, because what are you going to remember most? That moment or Mercedes winning this title?
The heel turn. And I hate to say it
So
like that, but
that's two jobs done correctly then, because it makes Willow that much more of a baby face and a star, while it makes a Chris Stat and a heel version that much more interesting. And I love it because I've been waiting for heel Chris Stat, and now we got
Stoke.
First of all, I'm a hater.
I knew you were gonna sound clip. I knew you were gonna do that. I was like, he's gonna totally sound clip it. Yeah, yep. Perfect. That works. Perfect. Let me tell you what's so funny about this though. Real talk is, even though they're going this route, I'm glad they didn't drag it out. It finally happened. I knew this was coming.
When she won it. Like, you saw that hesitation when she won it and Stat was staring behind her like,
yeah. I kind of saw that, but also it was really just the fact, like, when I started seeing her get involved in something that had nothing to do with her, like when Willow and Mercedes would like battle it out physically. Like, I think it was just before this match. I want to say it was that collision. There was some little. Well, actually, I think it was one of them dogma shows. It might have been Dynamite. I don't know, but I just remember I saw something where literally Chris Stat and Stokely were at ringside. Willow and Mercedes are getting into it physically, and security surrounding them. And then all of a sudden, I see Chris Stat get in there trying to attack Mercedes, and I'm like, hold up. This ain't got nothing to do with you, shawty. Like, I respect you being a good friend, but you ain't in this match. You're not wrestling her. She is. Why are you trying to fight Mercedes? And Mercedes is fighting her, and then Willow comes, and I'm just like, huh? So you could kind of tell she was kind of making it about her secretly a little bit, where, and going back to what you pointed out, what I saw, and it was just like, yeah, she's totally turning on you. And I thought it was going to probably even be during the match. I'm glad it was after the match. But yeah, man, we need more top heels. So Deonna being a heel, Chris Stat being a heel, Tony Storm is technically a heel, but leans more toward the babyface route. We need more of these strong, present female heels. So it made me pop seeing that. Like, yes, now we got, and she's got a good mouthpiece that we love because he's hilarious. So that's just going to make this heel turn that much more funny. You know what I mean? Like, let's go.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. So I'm intrigued what they're gonna do with that. And Swerve versus Christian Cage. I enjoyed that match.
Yeah.
But it had the unfortunate task of following Willow versus Mercedes and basically being before the main event, which was Anarchy in the arena. And so it's not going to be talked about as much.
Yeah. And unfortunately, once again, this is where Swerve and AEW, really, specifically AEW, where it's like, yo, tell me how you really book your black champions without telling me how you really book your black champions, dog, because you have yet to make him like a focal point of anything, like, yet, since he won that thing. And to be fair, I don't think they did it as much with Samoa Joe either.
No, Samoa Joe was just a transitional champion.
Speaking of which, that guy, make him TNT champion. Now that I think about it, he could do that.
Give it back to him.
I mean, Did he? Well, yeah, he did. He did have it that time.
Remember, he had the TNT title and the ROH TV title.
He
He was the
did.
king of television.
Well, now there's no Ring of Honor joint, so you can just make him straight TNT champion. If it's not feeling like a downgrade, you could do that if you want. But but going back to this, like, yeah, with Swerve, man, I just
like that spear counter into the house call.
Yeah, bro.
I loved it.
Yeah, he just continues to show how good he is. I just hate that now that he's had his moment, it just seems like it's kind of pushed aside. It just really proves your point of the here nigga damn that you mentioned. It really is. Like, they're really adding to your point, bro.
Like,
They are week by week, they're really adding to your point. Now, what I loved is seeing him right there in the crowd with Floyd Mayweather. That's for sure. Because that shows, hey, to black audiences, oh, yo, he with Floyd Mayweather. Money man, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that, bro. Like, that's undefeated Floyd, bro. That's 50-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's champ to champ. It's like being around Mike Tyson or somebody, right? So you see that and you like, I respect that. But again, you're not, like they were saying, from what I heard, like a match like Anarchy in the arena has to kind of go last, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, as soon as I saw it was announced, I'm like, everybody's like, Willow versus Mercedes for the main event. I'm like, that is not happening. Do not get your hopes up. People got their hopes up.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't gonna happen. Even all due respect to Mercedes, that it'll happen for you soon, sure. With her having that title, one of those women's titles is bound to main event. It's going to happen. It just ain't happening right now, and it wasn't gonna happen that night. But yeah, man, I don't know. We got to figure that out because I just need the next pay-per-view to have Swerve in the main event.
Yeah,
he is your champion. That is your biggest title out of all these little titles.
I mean, this is like what, the second time they've had it co-main event.
I want to say, yeah, because
I think it was when MJF was champion. They did a co-main event.
Yeah,
and ironically, it was Anarchy in the arena, that main event. So it's like, I feel like they just want to close on Anarchy in the arena because it's like, why would I? Because the ring is going to get destroyed. So it's like, why would I put you in the middle of the show just to stall, to fix the ring? They was like, just close it with chaos and call it a day.
Yeah, no, I mean, for that, it definitely makes sense. I just hope that they understand you have to, like, all due respect to Mercedes, because she's probably going to campaign, whether it's her or Toni Storm, that a woman main events the next pay-per-view or at some point.
One of the world titles. If it's not Toni, it's Swerve. Because those are your world titles.
Exactly. Like,
and honestly, if the world title, the men's world title doesn't close, it should open. Opening is just as good as closing.
It is. It really is. Give it the Roman Reigns effect, baby. What did Roman always say?
If I'm not closing, I'm opening.
Point blank. Brock did the same thing. It's like, hey, them top peoples.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So
just give us a reason. The main event, just so we can move forward from Double or Nothing. Anarchy in the arena.
Man, that probably was the funniest Anarchy in the arena of all time out of all of them. Because this
was like, a Looney Tunes episode, and I was having a blast.
Yeah, I can tell you, probably when I rewatch this show, I'm starting with this match just because of all of that chaos. I'm like, man, there was so many memes from this one match. It ain't even funny. I'm like, dang, we drowning people in ice baths. We flaming folks on fire, literally.
Darby Allin is the most hilarious wrestler alive in my lifetime. This man literally broke his ankle, went away, got hit by a bus, came back, literally with a flamethrower. So we get to this match. The first thing this man does is just jump off of everything. He put his entire ankle to the test. He said, I'm finna jump off. Oh, the crowd, I'm jumping off that. Oh, the stage, I'm jumping off that. Like, bro, you're putting your ankle to the test. So yeah, he went from that to basically attempted to drown Scapegoat, Jungle Jack. He literally tried to drown this man. Then we cut to some violence. here's Jack Perry basically ran over this man with a bus. So Darby got hit by a bus twice. Twice.
Yeah.
And he still walked out to the ring. I'm like, my nigga, you just got hit by a bus and you out here already? Okay.
Man, listen, bro. That man is definitely not. You know, wrestlers we see from back in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 90s that can barely stand. Imagine that Negro when he hits 40. That man is going to hate himself for all of what he put himself through right now. Right now. Boy, you gonna be, boy, I feel sorry for your body when it get over 40. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Good luck doing all of that back by then.
So that man went from that to flame a bitch. He set Jack Perry on fire.
My nigga.
Oh my God.
They put them doggone fire hose on him quick. They knew.
From a safety point of view, they did that perfectly.
They did.
From a fan's point of view, that shit was awesome. I'm sorry.
It was. I mean, it's just like when we saw Edge freaking spear Mick Foley through a flaming table at Mania. It was like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, dude. He is a live action Robert Wright. You know what else I was gonna say to that? You know who he really is? He's a living, breathing, oh my God, you killed Kenny. Cause this exactly, you bastard. Every time this man is dead, or you think, just run down the list, brother. You said this man he broke an ankle, hit by a bus twice. You got thrown through. All right, you got hung upside down
by the same ankle. So you literally put the ankle to the test. Like, bro, you was dangling upside down like a rotisserie chicken that was just getting baked and cooked all night. You got kicked in the face with thumbtacks, the thumbtack shoe. So your nose definitely got re-broke because he did not protect his nose when he got hit. They literally connected with this man's jaw to the point where this man posted this freaking picture with holes in his nose. His nose is re-fucked up.
This dude. Brother, you really are half dead. I'm convinced your character is a real live thing. Because my goodness. Not to mention you also had plans to climb Mount Everest, for crying out loud. So, oh my God. You killed
At this point, Jay White didn't save Darby Allin from Mount Everest. Jay White saved Mount Everest from Darby Allin. Because that man was going to climb Mount Everest and prove that he was not dying. That man refuses to die.
Boy. He really is, if you think about it, he's the new Mick Foley, really.
He's a little insane.
Yes. He is. He's kind of the new Mick Foley. I mean, if Mick Foley had a long distance love child, it would be Darby Allin, low key. Because I mean, hell, give them a Hell in a Cell and tell me he wouldn't recreate all of that, falling through it, falling off of it. Shoot, this man would do it without a single breath and still get up like nothing and smile with a tooth through his nose, just like he's freaking Cactus Jack. I guarantee you. That's crazy, bro. Respect.
Yes, niggas need to stay their ass inside.
Man.
I'm sorry. I had to do that was literally, yeah, that was set up right. That was set up perfectly.
So safe to say that's definitely going into the end of the year awards for sure. Tally this one up for the end of the year awards. I don't know which category it's gonna go in, but god dang, probably OMG knowing us.
I gotta look back at the categories. It's probably gonna be all of them, motherfucker.
Man, it falls in a little bit of all that.
Oh man. But yeah, the Double or Nothing was hilarious for all the right reasons for me. I'm sorry. Like, if you nitpick that show, that's between you and whoever you pray to. But for me, I loved it. I
Yeah, I
had
mean,
fun.
bro, their pay-per-views are always solid. I mean, if it's one strength they always seem to have is the fact that they will always give you a show. It's rare that they truly have a bad pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
They've had some, but it's rare.
Oh yeah. World's End, remember? We was there. Not there, but like we was there for it. We watched it. We was like, what the fuck?
What was it? All In or All Out? Which one was the one that
I think it was All Out. It wasn't bad, but it was just not as good as All In. They pretty much set themselves up for a mid show after All In. Like they did not plan that right.
Yeah, bro.
So, they've had some bad shows. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me.
But it's like for every one bad, they have like 5 freaking awesome ones where you're like, wow. All right.
And this isn't no tribalism. This is literally us being real because we don't do that. Last thing for the pay-per-views before we get up out here, the speed round predictions winner is none other than Mr. Highlight Reel once again and still your Freepedia predictions champion. This man, it was a tie for King and Queen in the ring because we pretty much predicted the same outcome for those. And as far as the Double or Nothing, you won that one. I got it wrong live because I was drunk as hell. Yeah. I thought it was a tie initially, but then when you said, "Hey, bro, you got one pick wrong," I'm like, "Oh, my bad." And then I looked at the text. I was like, "Oh shit, my bad." So I changed it. He won. So yeah, you won.
Yeah, I was gonna let it slide, but then I was like, "Well, wait a minute, hold on." I was like, "Wait a minute, now, hold on, I can't let that." I was like, "Nah,
that's 1 point." No.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I gotta tell him, like, "Hey, bro,
we definitely gonna do that more often." I like how we did this one.
Yeah.
Where we pretty much predicted the outcome along with the winner. So we definitely do that. So basically an outcome will be worth the point and the winner will be worth the point. So
especially for something like King of the Ring where a lot of that was semi-predictable, but like also unpredictable in some instances, So like, yeah I like that.
All right. Let's see what else we got for Chop It Up with the fam this week before we get into this week in wrestling, including that episode of NXT. SummerSlam goes 2 nights in 2026. They go to Minneapolis.
Well,
now that's a real here nigga damn.
It is.
They lost WrestleMania, so they like, okay, here's us in 2026.
So shout out to my Life Sabotage TikTok. I actually did a little short on when they broke that. And I guess a Minnesotan decided to actually comment on it. And in their minds, they got robbed for WrestleMania. So they felt that this was definitely worth it. And because apparently, according to this individual, they rarely come to Minnesota. Like rarely.
Do they?
Yeah, apparently they rarely bring shows out there. So I guess we shouldn't feel so bad that Atlanta still has yet to get something.
WrestleMania,
Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, something. Something. But I get it. So I couldn't. I just was like, well, hey, brother, congrats, you got it. Now we said we weren't going to Cleveland. So I darn sure know, even with that advance of a notice, there ain't no way we're going to Minnesota in 2026 for 2 nights now, are we?
Fuck no.
My boy said, even in the summer, I'm not purifying myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
No. No. I'm not going this year. I'm not going in 2026. If 2025 happens to be Atlanta, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, because that's right, because Cleveland's this year, so that would mean, then
We still don't know who 2025 is, but that's in 2026.
Dang, that's weird. Why the heck would they? I just peeped that. How you gonna skip a year and get them 2020? What about 2025 gonna be interesting there? Because I know.
Yeah, I need to know where 2025 is to determine if I'm gonna go. But no, Minnesota and Cleveland. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. Y'all have fun. I hope y'all have a blast. But me, not gonna be there.
Shout out to my homie Rick because I know he'll likely go to Minnesota. That's right up the road from them, so they'll go.
Have fun, Rick.
Have fun,
I
Rick.
won't be there.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I like the idea. I mean, I heard a guy who's a big SummerSlam fan mention the fact that it was cool because they felt like SummerSlam was kind of getting left out of the big four because like WrestleMania with the 2-night spectacle it is, and then Survivor Series getting War Games and Royal Rumble being like it's WrestleMania season because it's Royal Rumble and that excitement it always gets every year. So SummerSlam's kind of just like, hey, I am kind of like WrestleMania Junior here. We're alive. So, like you said, it's a kind of a here nigga damn for SummerSlam as a whole. Like, here you go. You are WrestleMania Junior, so we're gonna treat you like WrestleMania Junior. You're gonna get 2 nights just like WrestleMania. You just will be second best.
What's up, Lala?
Hey, what's up, sis? What's going on? But I like that.
Now the idea before we move on, the idea of 2-night shows. How you feel about that for the big four? I've been seeing a lot of people's opinion, but I wanted us to give our opinion on that.
I personally don't think they should do it for all the big four. It makes sense for SummerSlam and Mania.
What about the Royal Rumble? Like have the men Rumble main event night 1 and the women night 2, or the other way around?
I could see that, but then you got to put matches around those 2 matches, and that how you gonna book that when the Royal Rumble already has like 30 people in it?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you gonna book? Like, it should just be one big show. Because how are you gonna? Royal Rumble first off, Royal Rumble's never been a long card anyway.
Yeah, because it's like what, 4 matches?
Yeah, usually it's like you have a couple of matches, and then you got the Royal Rumbles because the Royal Rumbles on their own take up like an hour. So why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna book that? Now we've seen in the past where they had talents wrestle twice in one night. I just wouldn't recommend that for a 2-night type of situation. Keep that as one thing. Royal Rumble doesn't need anything extra. It's big as it is. From a business standpoint, if you're going to do it, I guess I can see it because, they want that cash.
Yeah, so it's like if you look at it as a consumer point of view, I don't see the need of it.
Mm-hmm.
But from a business, as far as like, okay, that's a whole weekend of an economic growth from the city, wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
More money in the city's pocket because everything is open that weekend. It makes sense from a business point of view, but from a consumer, I'm good.
Yeah. Because imagine, bro, like, look at how we were with WrestleMania when we were sitting there debating, like, hey, bro, you want to go to night 1 or night 2? Like, we ain't doing both. Like, which one we want to do?
Because it's gonna be, and that's another thing too. It's like they're both the same style of matches, just different genders.
Exactly.
So it's like if you see one Rumble, you're gonna see them all, and sometimes the women's Rumble outshines the men's Rumble.
Mm-hmm. As of like the last couple years, it's been like that.
So it's like if anything, I would want to see the women's Rumble night and then just watch the men's on TV. But then again, like the situation with us is like, if that's the case, why would I want to stay in the city both nights?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
I just fly back home the second night and just watch it soon in the comfort of my home on TV at home.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, think about it. We already have the routine of how we do this thing from our experiences of a few big fours we've already been to. You get there, scope the city a little bit, especially if it's a city you never been to before or whatever, or never really got to enjoy. Maybe you've been to it, but just never really explored it. You explore it a little bit on the first night. You go to the superstore, get some merch. Cool. You go to the show. Cool. Maybe you check out an after party or something that's going on with like content creations. And then you're like, all right, I can go home. So personally, I agree with you, Tristan. As I said myself, Survivor Series and Royal Rumble do not need multiple nights. I understand it for SummerSlam because that, like WrestleMania, has been long. before.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense for a show like that because it is a WrestleMania Junior. You would split that in half. But other than that, yeah.
Like Survivor
And I feel
Series, if
like,
they do War Games again, nah, one night.
yeah, one night. Now, the only, unless they bring back the traditional style match and they do like, if they decided to do a 2-night and one's the traditional style match is the main event while the other's War Games, I guess. That's the only thing I can kind of make a case for. But aside from that, it's a one-night thing.
Yeah.
Period. Because like Royal Rumble, it's never really a long card anyway. Now that I think about it, especially under Triple H's era, like
he's literally 5 to 6 matches minimum for the non-WrestleMania shows.
Mm-hmm.
In SummerSlam. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mania and SummerSlam, those are his longest cards. So, hey, man, I'm not against it, but at the same time, as far as the 2 nights of SummerSlam, but everything else, keep it one night for now. Last thing about SummerSlam, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa apparently is in the cards according to online rumors. Does that interest you this early?
It does. It does. If Roman is healthy and ready to come back by that point, I'm not against it. It's gonna probably get a lot of people to turn in a way of like not against Roman, of course, but turn on the idea because what they really want is Roman and The Rock, and they feel like this would be a bootleg version of that. Probably, I could just kind of see people saying something like that. But I'm not against it, bro. I'm not, because I was already sitting here thinking as Solo's over here smirking and saying like, "Yo, I spoke to Roman. Roman said all this, all that." How we know he ain't fronting like Paul Heyman was fronting? Paul Heyman was just so sure he was talking to Roman.
But the only difference between him and Paul is who gonna correct Solo. Cue Roman.
Exactly.
Me personally, I'm interested because I'm always a fan of throwing up the ones for the bloodline. But at the same time, and honestly, some people might get mad at me for saying this. If Roman comes back and they really want us to solidify Solo as this dominant force, Roman had to get destroyed.
Yeah, I agree.
He has to get destroyed, and not in a way where it's like it's pretty much is going to be where he's going. If you want the OG bloodline to come back in this emotional depth, Roman has to be destroyed by his own cousin. He has to be destroyed by his own creation because, like I said online, they're literally building Solo Sikoa as the opposite of Roman. Roman and Solo are both brutes. Roman is calculating with his manipulation. Solo is brunt, but he's also manipulative. So, in order for Roman to really be desperate enough to apologize for to his other cousins, the OG bloodline, he has to come back and get destroyed. I'm not saying it has to be a squash match, but it has to be to the point where he has nowhere else to turn. But to the people he pretty much used and abused since 2020. And that leads into Survivor Series for the Bloodline Civil War. And that could be your War Games. Or straight up elimination match. I don't know. Like, and then they can eventually incorporate The Rock being the guy who's pulling the strings for Solo. Because Roman lost the title. And embarrassed the family at WrestleMania.
And I'm right there with you, bro. Like, I'm a pro bloodliner as well, bro. So I like Solo a lot. I like the position he's being catapulted in. I like what he's doing. Folks try to say, "Oh, this version of the Bloodlines, Dollar General, it's boring." I'm like, you're not paying attention, bro. Stop. You keep looking at it in the Roman version. You're not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dog, you gotta just sit and watch it and enjoy it because it's gonna get better as Roman gets ready to come back. And some of y'all are probably, even when that happens, going to say, "Oh, that's because Roman's back." And it's like, again, pay attention up until Roman comes back. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. But That's neither here nor there. What I'm here to say is I agree with you, brother, and I 100% say the same thing. Two brutes and Rock pulling the strings somewhere from behind in ways we don't know because he still ain't done with Cody. Obviously, that'll reveal itself when he comes back around for that. And then all of a sudden, enter Bloodline. Oh, yeah. High Chief over Tribal Chief.
Oh, and I hope they do that too. Like they be like, I'm the High Chief. I just thought about that. I'm the High Chief. I acknowledged you as the Tribal Chief, but you failed. So the High Chiefs, including me,
Mm-hmm.
had to step in because you've embarrassed our family enough. I'm not talking about Roman Reigns going back to the big dog. The big dog should remain dead. That's done.
Completely.
I do not need him to come out here. I do not need to hear dan. Like no, we're not doing that.
Roman is as dead as John Cena with colored trunks that match the freaking city he's in.
And John Cena with the full head of hair. That patch.
John Cena, Braun Strowman.
Oh my God.
Undertaker when he didn't know when to let it go.
Let it go.
Baron Corbin. I mean, the list can go on with some of these guys, man. Y'all were trying to hold on. Y'all tried.
I'm gonna hold on for dear life, but it's like, bro, no, stop. Let it go.
A slick need Booker to do the same, but that's a conversation for another day. But it's okay. It's all good.
Who you say?
Booker. It's been time for a long time, Book. I love you, man, but it's been time for a long time, brother.
Did you peep Raw?
I did.
What do you want to talk about from Raw?
How much a menace Chad Gable is.
Talk about cinema.
That brother, I was actually hoping he was. I was like, oh, they finna pull some black man slave ish right now. What's up, Kunta Kinte? And white people I was for it. I'm like, I want to see this white on white action. Pause. But still. You know, I mean, bro, you talk about reparations. That was just reparations waiting to happen. I'm like, yeah, hold on to these ropes. Just, you know, like, whoa.
I'm about to whoop your back. You need to be disciplined. I'm like, God damn.
Talk about the ultimate tease. Like WWE, you can't do that. You can't tease like that because you knew it was already. But I at the same time, I prop you because you knew the levels of uncomfortability that was going to bring amongst them fans. And you in Savannah, Georgia, of all places at that.
Oh God.
Think about that for a second. Like you got a strap, you got a man up against some ropes, and you tell him to turn around and take this punishment. I'm like, huh, pause. But you're like, huh. But you're like, huh. You know, that is oddly interesting here. You know, I mean, I was really hoping it was going to go all the way, but it's cool. You know, it's cool.
So, yeah, Sammy got involved to try to even the odds, obviously, and he paid for it because Otis is conflicted. It's like he respects Chad Gable, but at the same time, he's like, I don't believe in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what do I do?
It's funny, right? Here's the irony. I don't know if you've noticed this or picked this up. The irony of this entire feud is Otis's conflicting thoughts. Ironically, though, Sammy being the same person who literally told him this. I've been in your shoes. I know exactly what you're feeling. Because he went through the same thing in the bloodline. It's like, huh, deja vu. And that pop's gonna be crazy because you heard a little sample of that pop in Saudi when he accidentally clothesline Gable. They went crazy for that. But that was an accident. He didn't do that on purpose. So when he actually does it on purpose, that level of pop is gonna be real.
Because Otis is lovable.
Yeah, he is. Very low.
Hey man,
I can't wait, brother. Ultimate good storytelling. That's what I love to see, and it's in our mid card division. That's what's beauty about it. It's our mid card storylines. Now we have main event and mid card storylines. Everything's getting interesting.
anything else pique your? I'm about to say Anything else piqued your interest?
Yes, this doggone menace to society that can't be controlled named Braun Breaker.
Oh, Mr. Burnt.
He speared the mess out of Ricochet again. Bruh.
I saw someone on Twitter. It was like, who has the worst tan, Braun Breaker or Max, being MJF? And I feel like I described it perfectly. Max, when you look at him, he looks dirty.
Yes, he does.
Braun Breaker looks burnt.
Yes, he does. Well, then
so both of them suck.
What did Mandy look like?
Burnt.
All right, that's fair. So that's 2 burns and a dirty. Gotcha. That sounds like a drug.
Put it this way: she looked burnt in the light, but whenever they took pictures and to try to make it look like it was dark or whatever, she looked dirty.
2 burns with a side of dirty.
Yes.
So
just embrace your natural color, my buddies, because y'all look burnt and dirty. Y'all don't look normal.
Oh my gosh, bruh. Come on, man. Come on.
But yeah, Ilya Dragunov versus Ricochet. That match was good. I feel like we're finna get a triple threat feud between.
Hey, and I ain't mad at it, bro, because you already know, like, if this is our mid card, it's crazy. And wait, we know Ilya Dragunov and we know Braun Breaker are going to be main eventers. Hopefully, Ricochet gets to that level too, because it looked like they're trying to get him to that level. So it's like
Triple H saw Will Ospreay say, "Hey, bro, I feel like they're not booking Ricochet to his full potential." That man saw Ricochet on at Twitter show Speed and was like, "This is all they're doing with Ricochet." No, he's been cooking on Raw since Triple H took over.
Exactly.
Gotta watch the product, kid.
Yeah. Speaking of watching the product, that's another thing. Let's talk about this. You know what's really piquing my interest? For real.
What's that?
The man that a lot of people think suck, and yet, to me, hear me out, he might just be doing a modern day version of Bray Wyatt in a way of, and when I say Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, I'm talking about Fiend Bray Wyatt specifically in his own different way. With the way he changes people. I'm talking about Karrion Kross trying to separate the New Day. Man, listen, I am all for that post interview that he did. I don't know if anybody got a chance to watch that. The way he specifically addressed Xavier Woods fans and said, if you are an Xavier Woods fan, I need you with me because I'm trying to save him right now and get this man to realize that one day they're going to get old and they're going to sit there and they're going to be like reminiscing on the good days. And what's Xavier Woods going to be doing? He ain't going to be able to reminisce because he has never been WWE champion. And I said, you better cook, brother. You better cook, brother. Are you trying to tell me what me and Marty was talking about some weeks ago? If you want to run the flashback and tell the people when we said complete the story, complete it. Everybody out the New Day had that one singles run. Who's the one that's left out? Mr. Woods. Who's the one that deserves one good championship run on his own? Mr. Woods. And if Karrion Kross is the man to do this, despite how some of y'all feel about the man, some of y'all say he sucks, some of y'all say he's boring, washed, whatever. This version of him that's doing this changing thing, I like it a lot. So keep that up, Karrion. Keep that up. You're doing a good job, brother.
Sure.
Hey,
I'm not mad at it, but the reason I can't argue it because I feel like New Day needs something different.
They do.
So
especially because we've already seen it just don't look like Big E's coming back at this point. So when it's just two of the three outside of the ring, the New Day is the New Day, but on television, New Day ain't been the New Day in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't argue that because it's true.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. You know, this is what we here to do. We here to spit the truth and the bars to y'all. We ain't finna sugarcoat like these other podcast networks out here. No, we're giving y'all actual knowledge in a way that ain't hating on the product. We just giving you what we see analyzed from the product.
It's not hating if you have constructive criticism with it.
Thank you, brother.
If you just it comes off as you just straight up hating it, then no one's gonna listen to you.
Nobody.
Yeah, man. Also, let's see what else I got on cue before we move on to NXT and This Week in Wrestling.
What about Priest and what he said about Drew? That was hilarious.
Priest in general was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Hey, his mic skills, bro. Everybody used to he did used to be a little trash on the mic, but he's gotten so much better since winning that title, boy. He feeling himself. And I love it. Cause that boy said,
hey, is your wife gonna be there?
Like I don't really care. I just want to see if I can get in
under your skin. And apparently I did, dog. Like you got mad immediately.
Right. Ooh, I'm like, cook, bro. You better cook. I said, all right, Priest. Shoot, you make me hope that you don't lose that title anytime soon now.
All it takes is that one good moment and one good character work where you like, bro, I need that.
I need it. Like,
so what you think? How you predict this match going? Because for those who don't know, at King and Queen Ring, they announced officially for Clash at the Castle, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday, June 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, what's your thoughts on like how you think they're gonna give it to Drew? Or
if I keep it real, bro, here's the funny thing, right? They gave Drew his moment at Mania in front of a crowd, only for it to be taken away from him, though it was his fault.
Yep. All he had to do was go back.
So when we reverse this, we could give Drew his moment, only for it to be taken away. But then again, imagine this. Imagine yet again your home country, after doing all that talking, by the way, saying like, yo, everybody calls me this in the States, but they're all like me out there. Nobody calls me that back home because we're all like that. Okay. So if that's the case, brother, if you go home yet again and you lose in the same exact fashion, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Gresh. Mr. C, M Punk, comes out of nowhere, pulls a solo with a hoodie, costs you the match when you an inch away from 3. You mess around and lose to Damian Priest with a South of Heaven chokeslam. And then yet again, if I see your butt sitting there singing with your goddamn home country fans again, I'm going to be like, I don't want to hear nothing else coming out of your mic skills no more. Because, brother, you better not go through the exact same repeated history that you went through. You better win. Because if you don't, they better not ever come over there again. Because at that point, your home country is bad luck to you. So that's all I got to say. You better watch your back. CM Punk is lurking. You better watch your back, Drew. Because he will fly all the way out there just to cost you that title. That's all I'm saying.
You will indeed not be welcome on the show because no stupid people allowed. You will be the dumbest motherfucker in the history of wrestling if you do the same shit again. You will be dumb. I hate it here.
Bro.
These dumbasses.
That's all I'm saying. Just don't be surprised, people. Just prep yourself and brace yourself. This man, he about to be singing yet again. I'm just saying. Whoo, boy. See? Flashbacks. I know. Don't. It just.
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Highly.
Terrible. 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 Yeah, I think that's pretty much. Oh, what did you think about that steel cage match?
Um,
And what do you think about it? Like, where does Becky Lynch go from here?
I thought it was solid. As far as Becky, I did see where Sean Ross Sapp basically even he didn't have answers on Becky's contract status. He gives it about a 25% chance that she could end up elsewhere. But, you know, because like you said, nothing's impossible. Like you said, we saw Stone Cold Steve Austin return to the ring not even a few years ago. And ironically enough, nobody's even talking about it. But think about it. It happened. So you could get Cody, when he showed up, we haven't seen something like that since Cody ended up in WWE. If Becky decided, hey, I'm going to go to AEW and pull a Adam Copeland and just do it because I want to wrestle some of the ladies over there. There's nobody else really that I want to wrestle here. I don't know. Plus the schedule thing, you know, 'cause she's a whole mom, so their schedule's not as busy as WWE.
But her daughter literally travels with her.
That is true. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to happen or that it would happen. It's just, it's up to Becky. It's whatever she wants to do. She said to be continued, so that could mean literally anything for all we know. Whatever she does from here, I look forward to seeing what happens, you know?
Sure.
Maybe she goes away for a while and reinvents herself and comes up with a new character or something. Who knows? You know?
Bring back big time Bex. That was entertaining for the most part. A babyface. I'm not gonna basically spend time predicting where this person goes. Like Becky, whether she decides to resign or just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna be a mom at home. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
She's already in the Hall of Fame, regardless.
Yeah.
So that's just my thoughts on that.
Facts.
All right. So now it's time for us to get into this week in wrestling and
Get it sexy, get it sexy, get it sexy, get it sexy. Boy, you know this ass super fat. Fuck me good, I'm throwing that shit back. He wanna kiss me all over my tag.
he about to quit. We can talk about NXT.
I'm not even gonna. Nope. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. No. Tristan, no. Don't encourage that man. Oh.
Yeah. I broke the mic, my bad. He's like, this nigga, fuck this nigga.
Well, folks. Yeah.
He is so over me.
Wow. So NXT. NXT. Man,
This is for the niggas.
it was. If you was a country white bumpkin that didn't know who the heck Sexyy Red was, you was pissed off tonight. It was a bad show for you. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Oh well.
She was talking all over this place. Like Booker forgot
In
where
the
he was.
words of you know what? Where was my boy R-Truth tonight? Because I just need him quickly just to pop in the camera and say,
I don't know if that's PG.
I don't know if that's PG. Because it darn sure wasn't tonight.
Saw a whole lot of ass.
The irony.
No, because it was funny. Like people was like, bro, this segment was ass. I'm like, is that a pun? Because I'm looking at a lot of ass right now.
It was a pun. It was definitely a pun. The irony is that she's doing all of this in American flag colors. So God bless America, I guess. It was very black. It was as black and as ratchet as black as you could ever get. And Booker is gonna be in trouble. Booker's double in trouble because you Sexyy Red and Low Device.
Dog.
Yeah, he in trouble.
This man,
he in trouble.
This man said, "Did you see it? Hands on the knees. Can I see it again?" Like, nigga, you got a wife. Relax.
I wish I could get that hype. Boy. Man.
Oh,
just what is the appeal? Please.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a different way I look at it. I'm not Sexy Fans fan. I can't quote any of her lyrics. I can't tell you what her new music is, or I'm not the demographic that they're appeasing to.
Mm-hmm.
But I also look at it like this. I'm a high-ass nigga on 95% of the time of my life. Everything is funny to me, so I'm laughing at this. That's all I got. Like, I can't... If you want me to sell you on Sexyy Red, I'm not the guy for you. I'm just the guy that's be like, yo, she's entertaining to some people. And instead of be like, yo, this shit is ass, turn this shit off, just laugh at it.
That's all I can do, because I can guarantee you I can probably go on my Instagram right now and go on Complex Magazine and Hot New Hip Hop, and I guarantee this woman is all on the timeline. I guarantee it. This woman's Sexyy Red at WWE. Sexyy Red, WWE. Yeah, oh yeah, he is totally on the royal couch. When he
that brother. Yeah, he's definitely in like,
oh, here it is. Y'all thought I was joking. Complex. What that say? Sexyy Red and Shawn Michaels. What I tell you? This woman's gonna be all on my timeline now because of this one show.
And she's about to host Battleground too.
Shawn Michaels and Sexyy Red link up at WWE NXT. Yes,
she's hosting Battleground too.
So I heard, and I'm like, oh great, man, that they're really gonna make that show interesting. You thought tonight was ratchet? Oh, that's PLE. It really won't be PG.
That's for the niggas. I was like, bro.
Shawn Michaels is. You know what? I'm gonna take this entire clip. I got something for that. Shawn, you ain't slick. You was not slick, sir. But you have proven that you are definitely more black than your brother Triple H. That is for sure. You have proven it, sir. You have proven it. Mr. Hickenbottom. That man is a Christian.
He a 2024 Christian. He a Christian on command.
Oh boy.
This entire show was just it was literally as soon as she came out and started twerking, that was it. Like this entire show made no sense. Not a lick of sense was made. And I had fun. Like everybody had no sense. Oh, and she also revealed the what the NXT Women's North American Championship is going to look like.
And as expected, it's a very beautiful title.
It's a white version of the regular one. Like they literally just flipped the colors.
Well, a smaller white version, and of course the globe's more red because that's like a burgundy one for the men's, if I'm not mistaken. But
it is. The strap is burgundy.
But I mean, I'm mad the women keep getting the white straps. I don't know what's up with that, but they always got to get the white straps. Why we can't get some white straps on some titles? Some white straps be slapping sometimes, bro. Sometimes.
Facts.
You know with the right title, like somebody did an alternate of the Intercontinental title with the white strap.
Didn't Cody do that with the Intercontinental title?
He did. He brought back the classic version from like
but it was white, so I liked it.
Yeah, but somebody took the modernized version and put it with a white strap instead of a black strap. And it actually
when did she get the Gucci cone tattoo? You gotta ask her. I don't know.
Bruh, none of us know. You asking the wrong dude.
We the wrong people to ask. We are not the demographic.
I don't.
That is below my demographic.
Like I said, Complex Magazine is gonna have this woman all on my timeline, and now I'm gonna see Sexyy Red was this, Sexyy Red was here, Sexyy Red this and that. They do this. Great. Now you probably go, oh God.
You're gonna see some highlights on Raw and SmackDown this week. I know it.
Look, man. Look, listen. If you do, you ain't gonna see all that twerking. I'll tell you that much.
You're just gonna see her walking. You know how she was walking? She was walking like she was floating.
Boy, I said, okay.
Because her entrance during Trick's entrance, she literally did a split and started.
Yes.
Like,
I saw
it. I was like,
I saw. That camera panned in the air at the right time.
I said, oh. That camera director hit that button real quick. He said, nope. He said, absolutely not. We're not doing it.
You know what the crazy part is? Just imagine Javon Evans and Trick Williams when they look back at that and realize what she was doing because they didn't even know it. They were looking at the crowd. So imagine what they gonna be thinking.
Oh, you know Javon Evans because he's like what 19 now, 20. So he's like, you know, he's horny by nature, so he's gonna look back.
Oh my God! And then like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When Lash came out, I was sitting there like, ooh.
But she gave her a high five, so she
did. So I was like, all right.
Because they were still doing a whodunit stuff, and they built up to it. Like Oro got attacked, they like Trick did this, Trick did it, and the person who did it tonight was also it was black, but it was also full of surprises that we're not going to take away from. The first surprise caught me off guard. Did it catch you off guard?
What was the first surprise? That's what I'm.
So we was trying to figure out who was going to face Roxanne Perez at NXT.
Oh, that surprise! Yes, that surprise definitely.
The first surprise of the night.
Yes,
and that surprise is none other than the current TNA Women's Knockout Champion Jordynne Grace popped up on my TV screen, and I'm like, yo.
When I heard that siren, I'm saying, don't I know this? Did somebody else get a siren entrance that I don't know about? And I see that name across the screen. I said, oh, are we doing this again? Really? Man, listen. Yep, Battleground gonna get real interesting now. It might give Stand and Deliver a run for his money. I was like,
facts.
At this point, oh boy, I was not expecting that. Because I'm gonna be real with you. You know who I thought initially this was gonna be? I thought that was gonna be Julia.
She's injured.
Really?
I believe she did that. I think it's Marty Gold, the new Japan show, and I think she injured her hand, so they probably delayed it a little bit.
Maybe that's why they had to call on Jordan, to give her a surprise factor or something. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do with Julia because I believe she's injured right now. It's not a major injury, but it's gonna depend on if she needs surgery or not. Yeah, she got injured. I think it was something with her wrist.
Mm-hmm. I will also say, because of what we saw, shout out to Public Enemy Podcast for reposting the graphic that I want to mention to the people, because I know somebody knows somebody that knows somebody from WWE that's listening and watching. Make that Worlds Collide happen. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and just do it, WWE. Stop playing. TNA versus NXT Worlds Collide. Book it.
Yeah, Julia injured her wrist and got surgery after the debut Marty Gold show.
Man, that sucks. So then I wonder, you think this? Well, yeah.
It depends on how long it takes her to recover. But she says I'm good, so we'll see. Because that show was like what 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. So and she had surgery immediately afterwards.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see how long she recovers, or if they pretty much have her wrestle with a cast on.
They could do that.
They've done that before.
They have. Not impossible. So
we'll see.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued regardless. But this entire show at this point reeled me back in. Because remember, I had that text with you. I was like, bro, we're gonna get them into Battleground, and we might have to give NXT a break because it was like 2 weeks in a row. We was like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling it. It's like it starts off hot, then it's like whatever. But now it's like y'all reel me back in.
That they did.
So.
That they did. Yeah, man. This is what we love as wrestling fans. These unpredictable, old-ish, holy-ish moments. Like, wow. Didn't see that on my bingo card for this year.
And apparently she's wrestling next week too, Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I did see, and I'm like, oh, all right. Now they got to give her, some showcases, showcase her. Tell me you'll be in WWE without telling me you'll be in WWE.
Oh yeah, they definitely when she's done in TNA. Yeah, they're done. They're literally trying to snatch her up.
You can tell.
There's no other way. Nah. They will literally. They will. The only person I feel like would stop her from going to WWE is her. That's how interested they are. And I say it like that is because I feel like the only people who mess up their own career, especially when they're that talented, is themselves.
And we know she can be vocal on her socials, so that's why there's a reason he says that. People like sometimes she'll say or post some things, and you be like, Jordan, I don't know about that one. Yeah, so
relax a little bit. You ain't got to say everything on your mind.
Yeah, so
I promise.
We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is I love this for Roxanne. I love this for TNA. I love this for Jordan. I'm still pissed at TNA at the fact that you decided to fire Scott D'Amore, and
they ain't been the same. We got Matt Hardy versus Moose.
Woken Matt Hardy versus Moose, to be more specific. But yeah,
niggas need to stay their ass inside.
Who said that? Who did say that? Who said that? All right.
I don't care about TNA, bro. I tried. Yeah.
I understand, brother.
But this is actually good for TNA. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. It's like I don't care, but I care about the talent that comes out of there.
For sure.
So oh yeah, we spent the rest of the night, or most of the night, building to this match for the NXT Women's North American Championship. This is literally the final field. Sol Ruka, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, Fallon Henley, Lash Legend, and Mishin Mia Yim. That is your field for Battleground for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. It made sense for Mishin to be in this, or Mia Yim to be in this, because they need that vet. And who do you think is going to win this one? Like, we'll definitely do our predictions for this show, because it's literally next Sunday. Not this coming Sunday, but the next.
Well, you know,
and hell, we might end up doing a post show.
oh, we definitely doing a post show for this one, brother. We got to, because the beautiful thing about this is we got a 80% chance of any, regardless, we got an 80% chance of Team Black, baby. 80% of this match is black, and I love it. Which means the first champion is going to be black. Either way it goes.
So both North American titles about to be for the niggas.
Let's go. Let's go. Black for the win. Black for the win. Black for the win. You know.
And then the last thing for NXT tonight, which was a surprise, was who been attacking these people? Who attacked Noam Dar? Who attacked Oro Mensah? They thought it was Gallus, but it's not them. It's none other than Ethan Page. That caught me all the way off. I was like, Ethan Page? Because last I saw, he was in Ring of Honor.
It caught me off guard, but it didn't catch me off guard at the same time. And the reason it didn't was because I actually knew he was a free agent, because I overheard it and was like, oh yeah. It was, and I want to say I heard it back when I had a gig in Macon and I was listening to Wrestling Inc. And I remember in the wrestling news portion they do before they go review the show, they mentioned that he was a free agent. And that was like probably about a good 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so when I heard that, they did mention, or well, one of them was like, hey, I think he'd be a great fit for NXT. And this would be a major move for WWE if they can get a guy like him there. Because as we saw, clearly AEW didn't know how to use this man. Clearly. You know? Yeah, bro, in the red cap, yeah, he is shot. He is legit shot. As is the guy in the red t-shirt too. But yeah, man. I like this move a lot. I love it for NXT.
So does this mean it's going to be Trick versus Ethan at Battleground? I thought it was going to be Trick versus Noam.
I think they did that to swerve us, pun intended. But I think they did that to swerve us. Real talk, because and I love it, because not to say Noam Dar can't cook. I know he can cook. I know he can wrestle. But I'm sorry, with the metaphor being very comically the way they are, I couldn't take it serious for him to be a serious threat. For this is a true test for Trick. To where if we want to take Trick's reign seriously, because we're happy for Trick, we love Trick and we support Trick. If we want to take his title reign seriously, you need threats like that. So I need to know how Trick's gonna answer back to that.
He got a week.
He got a week, and hopefully he can answer back. And if we do get this, which it looks like we will, then I'm looking forward to them tearing it up. Ethan Page is a phenomenal talent, and he's a great heel, very great mic skills. So, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. But the reason I was caught off guard was because I ain't gonna lie. I thought when I heard he was gonna be a free agent, I was thinking, okay, maybe he'll go back to TNA and team up with Josh Alexander. We reunite the North, but evidently not. He wants that WWE shot. So, by all means, brother, let's see what you can cook up in NXT, and let's do it.
Yeah, man. So,
agreed. That comment also, they did lose a lot of heavy
and I think
hitters.
that's the reason why we kind of checked out too, because they did lose a lot of heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now they have a chance to really keep us. Like every time I'm thinking I'm about to take a break, they say they be like, "Hold on, Mr. Black Man, come on back."
Now, and I feel like it's not over, because one thing we know about AEW, they've been letting a lot of talent slip through the cracks. TNA also, you just never know. You got the Matt Cardonas of the world. You got some of these folks out there that at any given moment could show up at an NXT one day. And
that's my thing too. It's like, I need people to understand when we say, yes, they have a great roster. Yes, they have a great this. If the intrigue isn't there, who gives a fuck? And that's not me saying that as a hater. That's me from having eyes and ears and me paying attention to the product.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that intrigue or that immediate, like, boom, we know something's going to happen, and you don't have that trust to where it's like, okay, boom, you're going to be taken care of, then you can't get mad when someone say, yeah, no one really cares. That's for NXT, WWE, AEW, MLW, TNA, no matter the company. If you do not have something that is going to hook your people, you can't get mad at the fans for not caring. You get mad at the booker for not making the fans care.
Mm-hmm. Well said, bro.
And I say that because I see that all the time. Like I'm talking about for the wrestlers. Like you have every right to be frustrated. If you're passionate about your craft, you have every right to be frustrated. But if no one cares, you just got to go to the drawing board. Everything is not going to work. Nothing like if we had time to sit down and really pay attention to digest everything that is happening, it will literally take us forever to show you what didn't work. A lot of shit didn't work. It happens. It's up to you as a talent to be like, you know what? Watch this and make it work. A lot of people dismiss Toni Storm. She made it work with the timeless stuff. A lot of people dismiss Trick Williams initially. He made it work. The fans made it work. They love him. He's talented as hell. He's not fluid, but you can tell he works. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter the talent. It doesn't matter the company. You have to keep us hooked. It's up to y'all. Is what we do with that.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm intrigued with what they do with Ethan Page. It's like I'm noticing that they're letting them keep their names too.
Yeah, they have been doing that a lot lately, and I respect that. You know, I respect that. And some people like say a Javon Evans, like I think they're doing that with the proven names, but like some of the new names that kind of haven't proven themselves yet, they kind of say we'll give you a made up name that we own rights to where that way if we release you, you got to go out there in the deep waters and try to make a name for yourself so that if you ever do come back, it's because you earned whatever name you wrestled under and made a name for. So like, let's say someone like Aaliyah. Full Girl goes out there and wrestles circles around the indie scene and stuff like that, whatever name she decides to be and make a name from. When she comes back to WWE, if that ever happens, she will be the name that she created on the indies. Matt Cardona.
Mercedes Moné would be Mercedes Moné and John Moxley would be two different, interesting perspectives because they made names as Dean Ambrose and Sasha Banks respectively, but John Moxley is John Moxley. Mm-hmm. So it's like if they do go back, who do they go as? John Moxley or Dean Ambrose? Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné? Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued regardless. I love this shit. I love wrestling. Like wrestling, every time I be bored with it, it reels me back in. But that was our NXT review. This was fun as hell. Battleground. They also build up to Shayna and Lola with NXT Underground. So you know how we feel about that match. But it's official. That's gonna be the match. That's gonna probably be the Octagon, probably.
Yeah, it could be fun for what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be interesting to see where they decide to go with it. Overall, I'm intrigued for this show. Yeah. 2 of the 3 I'm excited for.
Joe Coffey's just there, like who invited Blood?
For real. All right, sure.
He's probably there to take the pin. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You notice this? How many? This is like his what? Second straight
triple threat since Stand and Deliver. That's literally his second straight triple threat.
They love putting this man in some triple threats. I guess they still trying to wait on him to grow some more because, man, they trying to protect this man with because the only singles match he had that I remember was when he went against Dragon Lee, and that was a phenomenal match. Mainly probably because of Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
You know, who, by the way, has just been thrown to the wayside. But that's neither here nor there. So that's interesting that he's in a second straight triple threat contest. Please don't make the next one a fatal 4-way. Just saying. Just
At
saying.
that point, you're just pissing me off at this point.
For real though. What else we got on this card, brother?
They made the tag team title match. It's gonna be pretty much Axiom and Frazier versus the OC.
Okay.
They made that official, so I wouldn't be surprised if the only match they really got to make official next is just the title match, the main title match, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the card. Yeah, we'll definitely do our preview and predictions for that. But that's our thoughts on NXT this week. Solid, great show in my opinion. Like I was literally having a blast. I laughed. I was caught off guard. The wrestling was solid to top notch, depending on the match that you enjoyed. Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. I agree, brother.
All right, it's time to get all elite before we get the hell up out of here for this week. It's 5 years of AEW. 5 years.
Crazy to think about, but I'm good for them, man. Time really does fly, bro.
So real quick, to basically take space to ranking it with highlight, a segment that we're gonna make official.
Okay.
We're gonna do it with you, do it with me. What are your 5 moments that you can recall that you enjoyed, and 5 moments that you didn't? It can be a mixed bag. Like you can mix up 5. If you don't have as many, you can balance it out. 5 for 5. 5 what you enjoyed, 5 what you didn't enjoy.
And this is just in their complete history of a company.
In their complete history, like whatever comes to your mind that you can remember.
All right, going off recency bias, I'm gonna go ahead and say the Swerve winning the AEW championship, just for that solid moment in history on our behalf, like first ever. Cool. If I'm going to worst moment, everything Jericho has done after winning the AEW championship for the first time. Now, when he did that, that was cool. It was needed. It was understood. Since then, he's been the worst moment of anything and everything else that's happened on that consistently. At that.
It's a rib at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to snake this. So my next worst moment, that doggone exploding barbed wire match. That ending with Eddie Kingston trying to protect, whatever that was. Can't even say. Let's see. Next best moment would probably be, and like I said, these are no particular orders or nothing like that, but I would say Sting's retirement, because he got to go out the way he wanted. He got to, truly finish his career the way he would have loved to have gone out. So I thought that was cool. Next worst moment. What was another one that really was just like, oh my God. Here's a thought. Matt Hardy falling through concrete and damn near killing himself because of a certain person named Sammy Guevara. That was definitely a worse moment. Yeah, that
killed the whole pay-per-view as far as
really
the vibes.
It really did, because you darn near killed that man, and it was like, bro, really? Let's see. Another good moment was the debut of Jade Cargill, debuting the way she debuted with a guy like Shaq, going up against Cody, and the infamous "Who told you it was open mic night?" Kind of situation.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Yeah. So that's an infamous night moment in history. And then let me see, another horrible moment. Probably really maybe the Dark Order after Brody Lee passed, with how that kind of just.
I like that that tribute show.
Yeah, now that's definitely probably like a closing moment right there for me. That tribute show was one of the best like ever, for sure. And I think that's all I can really come up with at the moment in their 5 years. because a lot of it's like a blur already because of the fact that they fed us. I guess a bad moment would be all of these. Oh, well, duh. Brawl out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Brawl
more
out.
so behind because it took literally away from that pay per view. Like,
Yes.
I gotta literally have to look back at that card to see
Mm-hmm.
what happened on that show.
Oh, and Andrade and Sammy getting into it.
I've noticed a lot of bad shit that happened with AEW is behind the scenes in social media. Nothing to do with the talent in the show.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a person who literally just watched the show and not get on social media, you don't know none of this shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
Some people probably don't even know that CM Punk got fired. They probably think he's injured until he popped up at Survivor Series. He's like, oh, I thought he worked it. Yeah, some people don't know.
Yeah. So that would be I'd say that would be some of my moments, brother.
I feel like a lot of our moments match as far as like the bad, as far as with me with the good. Cody versus Dustin still stands the test of time as one of my favorite moments in AEW. John Moxley winning the world title, defeating Chris Jericho, fresh off of that hot year that he had since debuting. His debut at Double or Nothing 2019. That was a moment. I was still living in Texas. So I was watching that live, and then I went to work, and that's all I could think about that next day was him debuting because I remember how he left WWE. And I was like, damn, I want to know what. And then I saw that promo that he cut, or not the promo, like the promo package that he did where he was breaking out of jail. He's the only one that made that breaking out of jail gimmick work. Everybody else who's done it afterward is just ass. But he made it work, and he's been their ace, in my opinion. Like, I'm not saying this because everybody else is saying it, but he's genuinely been their go-to guy.
Okay.
When Punk got injured, he became the champion. When they needed him to put over MJF, he was there. He did it in brilliant fashion. Like, John Moxley in general is my top guy. Okay. And honestly, I appreciate Cody Rhodes being in AEW because we wouldn't have gotten the Cody Rhodes we got now if he wasn't there.
True.
So it's a lot of good moments in AEW. A lot of bad moments.
Honorable mention too. The Kenny Omega belt collector.
Oh, the belt collector gimmick.
Yeah, and how that ended with Adam Page, because we were there at the theater when he
that was their. Oh yeah, we were there at the theater
when he rode in with the cow, with the horse, and
we gotta do that again. That was fun.
That was fun, bro. That was fun. That was a good chapter close of the good guy beat the big bad heel, and they're from the same group of being elite, stuff like that. So I thought that was a cool moment too.
Cool. So yeah, I want to know what you guys' thoughts on AEW. Like, what's your 5-year moments? Like, we'll definitely read it if you pop it up in the comments, or if you put it online wherever you listen to this. If you're on the YouTube watching this on demand, we want to know what you guys' favorite moments in AEW, good, bad, indifferent, because AEW existing is good for wrestling. I'm not talking to those people who make it their entire personality to make it certain that AEW dies. It is not dying. But I'm talking to the people who actually enjoy AEW, or the people who are like me and Highlight. We enjoy both. We'll let you know when something sucks, and we'll let you know when something is good to us. We're not speaking for the masses. We're just here having a good time. Before we get up out of here, we do what we always do: preview AEW this week. They're going to do a battle royal, the Casino Gauntlet. Not battle royal, it's Casino Gauntlet. Winner faces AEW World Champion at Forbidden Door. Who do you think you think is going to give it to somebody from New Japan or somebody from AEW? Since it's Forbidden Door, it's definitely going to be New Japan.
It could be New Japan.
Who's there? I do not watch in New Japan, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you either, brother, unless it's Nick Nemeth. And I don't even know. Yeah, he's the only one I can think of. If Nick Nemeth decided
they could do Evil.
Oh God. Or Who's the other guy?
David Finley from the
David
Bullet
Finley.
Club.
Yeah, I'm about to say David Finley. Good luck getting anyone to care about that one, but okay.
Who knows, man? I'll let them figure it out. But yeah, that's a match, and we talked about him briefly. We got to deal with it. The debut of TV time with the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho.
Oh my God.
Moving on. We got Swerve Strickland versus Kill Switch in an it's basically a sponsored match from House of the Dragon.
Are we serious right now? Really?
Yeah.
What the man, get on to the next goddamn match. Oh,
that's it.
God.
That's all they promoted.
Oh my God.
It's pretty much the fallout from Double or Nothing.
You just reminded me of a horrible moment. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre match.
Oh God. That was last year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Because of stupid stuff like this, where you want to try to take an ad and make a match around the ad. And that's your champion.
I wonder if Kill Switch is going to try to shoot out fire since he's technically still a dinosaur.
Exactly. You know he is. He's going to do some dumb stuff like that. And
we're going to go from Darby Allin setting Jungle Jack on fire to Luchasaurus Kill Switch, whatever he's getting called these days, shooting out fire.
Dog.
AEW. We got love and hate for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we know we treat you just like everybody else. It's going to be interesting. All right, so before we get up out of here, song of the week, you already know what the deal is. You got one for me?
I do believe I do, my brother. Let me look through here and make sure I pulled that up from my song history. Let's see here. Sorry, y'all. Having a little delay on my stuff. Move, man. All right. Let's look through my song history so I can randomly pick one that actually hit here. Let's see. Oh, man. This thing don't want to pull up for me. All right. There we go. Song history. Okay. I am going to go with... I'm going to go with my boy LL Cool J, man. Ain't Nobody with the Shaka Khan sample.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. I've been on a mellow thing. I know I've been upbeat on all week. People thought I was probably going to pick Sexyy Red. No, I am not. My song of the week is Simple Things by Teddy Swims.
Okay. All right. I respect it.
So, hey, man. Before we get up out of here, what you got coming up this week? I know you got some things coming up this week. So what's up with you this week? Oh, man. Before we do that, let's Water Remix Tyler and Travis Scott is Tristan's song of the week.
Hey, okay.
Yeah. All right, so what you got going on this week, my brother?
Yes, man. Listen, so big special announcement, man. I need everybody's possible support, man. Listen, as you can see right here, we got a QR code. Listen, your boy has been nominated for his very first hip hop award. Shout out to the Kingdom Nightlife Awards, man. This is my very first time being nominated for anything regards to my music, man. And they also got your boy as an honoree. So I'm not only nominated for awards, but I'm actually going to be an official honoree at this award ceremony as well for everything I've been doing. I've been doing this music quite a while, so it's really cool to just get honored for it and things like that. So anybody seeing this, man, if you scan that QR code, it will take you to the polls where you can vote for your boy for Male CHH Artist of the Year. And also there's a couple other subcategories in there where I'm nominated with my boy Mike Jeezy for Best Hip Hop Collaboration and Best Music Video. So do your boy a solid. Head over to those polls, spam them, vote for Highlight Reel, man. Every vote counts. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend. The more votes we get, the more chances we got at winning this thing, man. So I appreciate y'all from the heart. I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all love and support, man. So scan that QR code and vote for Highlight Reel. And yeah, brother, that's it. That's all.
Go ahead and
yeah. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Go ahead, scan that QR code. We live. I feel
live,
like an old man right now.
I feel like and don't worry, guys. To my people on Twitter, I'm gonna post the link on there as well, so that you guys can also hit the direct link. But this is
I
from my
like real.
live. You dig?
I have no idea who this female list is, so I'm just going eeny, meeny, miny, moe it.
Yeah. Anybody you feel, that's what I do too. When I'm voting for a friend, I just any, mini, mighty, mo. Anybody else I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Unless I see somebody I know and I'm like, oh, I know this person, I vote for them. But
1K Few. He still raps.
Cool. Yeah, he's still doing it. Hey, he doing a lot. He did a song with Young Dro not that long ago, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
DJ Stoney Hill. I feel like I've seen that name before.
Yeah, you probably had Stoney. That's my boy. That's our boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Stoney. So yeah, I'm voting for him.
Yeah, definitely vote for him. That's Stoney. Shout out to Stoney. But yeah, bro. Everybody, again, keep scanning them up. Keep voting. I appreciate you guys, man. Every vote counts. Every vote matters. So if everybody, please can scan that QR code. Follow me on Twitter at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. I'm about to post the link on there as well, so that you guys can definitely make sure you go to the link and vote, man.
Here, vote. We done.
You dig? Shout out to my boy Gresh. Y'all know how to follow directions, man. Y'all see he did it. It takes a simple 1, 2, 3. Appreciate y'all, man. And that's all I got for this evening, man. Outside of the fact that I'll be in Las Vegas this weekend. So anybody out there in the West Coast, if you are in the West Coast area and you're not too far from Las Vegas, catch your boy. I love those. Look at that. Where did you get those, my brother?
My sister took my nephew to the circus when I had to work. So they came back and gave me some glasses.
Okay. I respect it. Well, shout out to the sis and all them, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So pull up on your boy. Las Vegas next week, man. Or this week coming up, this weekend. Pull up. Hey, thank you so much, Tristan. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's do this. Let's keep grinding. That's what we do. It's all about moments of elevation. Hopefully, the way y'all keep supporting this show, man, hopefully this show gets nominated for some awards and some fun stuff like that. They ain't ready for this personality to be on stage with acceptance speech, but you know.
Oh, you talking about mine?
Heck yeah, brother.
I'm not a good personality. Oh, I'm just playing. Nah, I'm trolling. Yeah, I'm all over the place when I'm on stage, but yeah, it's always a good time, good vibe. But yeah, man, make sure you guys continue to support Highlight Reel. Support. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys check out the latest episode of All Shit Here We Go Again with Prolific's Isaiah Wolf, the American Gangster.
Sure.
He had a lot of guests. Ruthless Lala had a lot of guests on there. She had TNA and former World Heavyweight Champion star Rich Swann in the building. One of their tag team partners, Tyree.
Okay.
Like it was so many people up in there. It was a good time. Good job. Make sure you guys check that out. All shit. Here we go again. Wherever you listen to your podcast, or just by simply going to youtube.com/@GDM Studios. That is the home of All Shit Here We Go Again. That is GRESH Unleashed podcast related content. Other than that, yo, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. Make sure you guys scan those QR codes to support the theme song, to follow the channel, to follow yours truly wherever you listen to your podcast. We have over 300 people that was in the live feed. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us. I'm always this chaotic mostly. If the show is rocking, we all rocking. And if it's boring, we're going to improvise and make this show entertaining. But we are here every Tuesday, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, following NXT every Tuesday. Make sure you guys support OTS Media Co. Make sure you guys support Life's a Box podcast. That is Highlights solo podcast that is produced by our boy Derek Myers Jr. of OTS Media. On the sideline, guys. Make sure you guys support that. Support GRESH Digital Medias by scanning QR codes to support the Patreon, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys for always supporting us every single chance you get, because it's all love, it's all vibes. Support your local indie what is it? Indie companies. Like,
yes.
I'm mainly in the North Carolina area if I'm not at home in Atlanta, so support Deadlock Pro Wrestling, watch DPW.
Yes.
We saw Roddy Russell this weekend at DPW No Limit. Like, it's a fun time if you support good wrestling. Support good wrestling. That's all I gotta say. Support good wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you gotta plug before we get out of here?
Man, people's just remember, stay encouraged. Understand that you can't get anything done in a microwave format. And understand that anything you ever want to do, wish to do, or wish to succeed in life with, please understand it takes a lot of work. Nothing happens overnight. If you can't work, if you don't have the patience to put in the work, please don't waste anybody's time. Okay? If you want to try to do something on your own, by all means, go right ahead and do it. I wish nothing but the best for you, but understand, nothing happens overnight. It takes years to get to certain levels. And if anybody got there really, really quickly, chances are they probably did some stuff behind doors they probably shouldn't have been doing. And if they didn't, more power to them. Some people just get there quicker. But at the end of the day, make sure you put work and patience together if you truly want to succeed. That being said, appreciate y'all, man. That's all I got.
And with that being said, you guys make sure you stay safe out here. If you do not accept mediocrity, do not accept being mediocre. Do not accept it. You wake up every morning expecting greatness. You are fucking great if you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in the streets. We appreciate you guys' support as always. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy. Get it ready. Get it ready.
Oh,
Get it.